Should hopefully get that by the end of the stream. I'll start the other one up. I'm alive? I'm live. Hello. Hello. Alright, make sure I've got all the settings fixed on this, because obviously I mute the goddamn thing when I'm playing this on my own. Because I'm just walking around doing bugger all. Alright. So. I'm gonna post this on the Facky book, I think. I'm gonna let my buddy know that the stream has started. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Copy video URL. Open up the Facky book. Let's go. Alright, post. Whoop. There we go. Cool. Right. Let's close that for now. Cool. So, what do I want to do today? So, the goal for the day is I want to kill the final vanilla non-DLC Dwagon. There's one more of them to kill. Oh shit, I forgot I came here. That's fun. So I came here. This is a side quest. I forgot about this. So this is a side quest. So we'll be doing this today. So this is a side quest to hunt for a Schward. I actually completely forgot about this. I thought I was completely up to date with it, but apparently not. That's fine, it's fine. We'll do this. This is a Schward mission. Hopefully there's not much in the way of puzzles around here. We will find out. We're also... Oh, whoa, that's another thing I've done. I've crafted armor again. This is the best armor set in the game. It's a bitch and a half, at least for mages. It's a bitch and a half to acquire, but this is the best armor set in the game. I've dyed it. I've also dyed everyone else's armor. So they've got like a nice coherent look going on, which is nice. So there we go. Blackwall in his typical Grey Warden gear. All looking pretty good. Bit stupid in those masks, but they're good, so they're wearing them. I wonder if I can change it so they don't have to show their helmet. God, that'd be nice if I could actually see that, but I don't know. Armor. Can I make that invisible? No? Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be killing the last Dwagon, and considering it's Easter soon, we're gonna be getting the Easter egg I talked about way back when in one of the earlier episodes of this. So, which is the flower crown thing. We're gonna be getting that. I've got everything I need set up to get that. We can get it. So I'll be showing you how the hell we do that. So let's find some music. Let's shove that on. And let's have some fun in Dwagon Age. I don't know why I insist on saying Dwagon like that every single time, but I do. Don't ask me why. But I do in fact insist. What's this? I'm looking for all types of wick. Alright. Search. Royalty. I should have set this up. Truth be told, what I've been doing is I've been watching Twitch streams. I got into a Twitch stream because Disney Dreamlight Valley, the update is out today along with the new Star Path, and I've been watching Twitch streams because they've got one of those drop things going on. I'm in a bit of metal today. Copyright-free metal music. That sounds good to me. Let's go with that. We'll open that up. Cool. Wow. Cool. Oh, we've listened to this one before. Have we listened to this one before? No, this one's new. Alright, let's go with this one then. Cool. Alright then. Yep. Okay. We're golden. We're golden. Right. Let's go. Let's Stream time. We've got our Muzak on. We're hunting for an ancient fucking elven sword. That's probably pretty shit in comparison to what we can get now. But one thing I remember about this is there's a lot of speeders. I remember a lot of speeders. I remember speeders. What's this? Be swift and silent. Codex and Lost. Oh god, is this actually? Is this a puzzle? I don't want this to be a puzzle. I don't like puzzles. I'm too stupid for puzzles. I'm way too stupid for puzzles. We'll find out. We'll find out. Ooh, is that a reedy thing? That looked like a reedy thing, but it's not. There's a bunch of them around. All right, this is pretty chill music. Okay, this is fine. It's fine. Yeah, I can get behind this. Not the most mind-blowing, amazing stuff, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. What's this? Oh, okay. So the puzzle is that it's a maze, right? Okay. We've gotta figure out where the balls were going. Good to know. Traveling up and down. Soon we'll get the crown. Made of flowers. Oh, it's so nice. We will, I don't know, do something. I don't know why I insist on doing that, because I fuck it up every time. I am nowhere near the level of lyrical genius required to pull something like that off. But it's funny. So, I mean, I'm amused by it. And isn't that the main point? Amusing me. Yeah. Well, we activate this and a bunch of demons come or something like that, and then we kill them, and then we move on, and everything is good with the world. We've been here before. We know how this works. Right, let's light this bugger up. And what do we do? What do we summon? We summon a Revenant. Ah, that's why I remember this being a bit of a bitch. I think the first time I did this, I was a much lower level than I am now. Oh, that's convenient. That's what level I am. I was a much lower level than I am now. Oh. Yeah, we have to put the pieces together. Fair enough. A pride demon? Huh. I guess that explains why Revenants are so hardcore. I will say, I found the Revenants in this game to be a lot less hardcore than they were in Origins. The Revenants in Origins were forced to be reckoned with. Especially early on. They could fuck you. Quite quickly. And if they caught you in a group, like that one in Redcliffe, ooh. And that was me playing on fucking easy mode, man. Maybe I'm just shit, which is probably the case, let's be honest. But I remember, honestly, I remember Origins being far more difficult than the later entries, which is why I'm playing the later entries on normal. In fact, truth be told, I could probably due to raising the difficulty at this point in this game, because it's kind of a piece of piss at this point. Because I am broken. And I've noticed something about how I'm speaking as well. I don't know whether this is normal, but I've just noticed it whilst I'm talking. And it's annoying the piss out of me. I feel like I'm talking like a Rick and Morty character. It's like, oh, geez, Rick. Oh, no. Where it's like, I'm repeating words I say 2 or 3 times as I'm saying them. So, for example, and, you know what I mean? Like that. It's weird. Why am I doing that? I don't know whether I normally talk like that, but for some reason I am tonight. Whatever. Ooh. There's so many things to find here. We got an extra potion, please, in case we need that. Let's light the brazier. Yep. Yeah, so the big thing about this area seems to be it's a bit of a maze. So we'll figure ourselves out. See, I've just done it again. We'll. Just figure out a way around. It's like, why am I doing that? I've just done it again! Why? Oh my god. Why am I doing that? I've just noticed it, and now I can't unnotice it. I'm cursed, guys. You ever do that? You notice something about yourself and then it bugs you. And you can't unnotice it. It's just there. Hey, a mosaic piece. Ooh, we'll have one of them. Did that not unlock everything? Have we unlocked all the runes at this point, then? It would actually be kind of neat. That was a good Morty. Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know why I'm talking like that today. How are you today, by the way? Can't do Rick. I can think like Rick. I'm a cynical bastard, but I gotta keep doing it. I keep doing it, Rick. I don't know what to do. Oh, jeez. I don't know why I'm fucking doing it. Do I always speak like this and I'm just noticing it now? I kind of think that's why my voice is kind of weird. Because I'm a Scouser. I'm from Liverpool, England. But my Scouse accent isn't very strong. And I think part of that is due to not really liking the Scouse accent, because my initial major experience with it was being with the youth, who really accentuate it to a ridiculous degree. There was a comedy show back in the day called Bread. And one of the it was Scousers. It was like based in, you know, Liverpool and this kind of area, Manchester and so on. Well, not wouldn't be Manchester, be Liverpool. They're in the Scousers, you know. And the one character that had the worst accent was the character that wasn't Scouse. I think she was a Manc. I think she was from Manchester. I'm not actually quite sure. And she had this awful, awful accent that was awful to listen to. And the irony is, like, I don't sound very Scouse. And this is why I brought coal. Oh my god! I think that's a positive thing, Blackwall. I think you're in there, mate. Go for it. What was I saying? Yeah, like, I only sound kind of Scouse. It depends on where you're from, right? So a lot of locals think that, ask if I'm American, or if they ask if I've been on holiday recently. Because obviously picking up the accent, right? But if you're not from Liverpool, but you're from a local area, like Manchester or something like that, they'll recognize as me being a Scouser right away. All Americans here is British. Oi, what a bottle! That kind of thing. That's all Americans here. All Americans can understand this Cockney and the Queen's English. But I suppose it's the same thing for Brits. The only American accents Brits understand is Queen's, Coffee, and Southern. Like, goddamn. This is the only kind of accent the British understand about America. But that's kind of it. It's just funny how you notice what's different, you know? You notice the other. And most of the time, I don't really sound very Scouser. Now, I do when I get angry. I used to be in a World of Warcraft guild, and a lot of the time they enjoyed pissing me off, just so my Scouse accent would come out. I don't know why it works like that, but it does. Fucking hell, that's creeped me out a little bit there, Jesus. But I do have a bit of an American twang. Somewhat of a Southern American twang. I've noticed that. Sometimes it's stronger than on some days than others, but initially when I was younger, I hated the Scouse accent. Oh fuck. Well, that's different. Initially when I was younger, I hated the Scouse accent. Because to me, it sounded kind of daft. It sounded very cartoonish. Your American almost turned Scottish. It's possible. A lot of my accents kind of merge together because I'm terrible at all of them. Shit, I remember doing, I did a World of Warcraft video where I was pretending to be one of the trolls, so kind of pseudo-Jamaican, and at one point it just turned Scottish. I don't know why. It just sounded really Scottish at one point. But yeah, maybe I'm secretly Scottish, who knows. But yeah. But I hated the accent, so there was a point when I was younger where I tried to kind of like alter the way I talked, so I sounded less Scouse, and a certain amount of that stuck. Stop spamming the circle to find items. You should be able to see them. No, fuck you. You can't always see them a lot of the time. Like, this is just habit. I don't even realize I'm doing it. And sometimes you can't see them. It's also one of the benefits, like, of playing on console. It's super fucking easy just to poke it. You're golden. But yeah, I used to hate the accent, so I tried to change it. And then at a certain point, due to spending so much time online and listening to people from across the world, my accent just stuck to something else. And that aspect of it is just become more and more of the case over the years. Peps is always bossy. I'm used to it by now. I don't pay any attention to him. Well, I do. I just don't take it at heart. Yeah, it was also a dumb thing to add in this one. Like, spam offer. I mean, let's be honest. That's what people are gonna do, right? Because there's shit hidden everywhere. And that's what you're gonna do. It's like the most, I don't know how you'd put it. Like, convenient way of doing it. Like, just in case you miss shit, you're just gonna get in the habit of doing that. It's the same thing with games. A lot of top-down RPGs do this, where if you hold, it's usually tab or shift, it highlights a bunch of interactables. It's like Alcat Games does that. And a lot of the time, you can't really toggle it. Because if it was up to me, I would toggle it so I could have interactables highlighted 24/7. But you can't. So what I end up doing is just holding that button 24/7 as I'm playing. Or spamming it. Like pressing it multiple times all the time. I don't really like mechanics like that, because that's all you just end up doing. It's better just to intertwine it with an ability, like, you know, perception and shit like that. If you've got high enough perception, you can see it. Maybe, yeah, just toggle it. Make it a toggle. Or, because of course, the argument then would be, well, if it's a toggle, you're just going to have it on all the time. So, why not just not have it be a thing? Because it is a very pointless gamey thing. It's kind of like Predator Vision. That's a very common, like, game trope these days where everyone, like, the screen goes inverted or something like that. And it's like, oh, I can see where these people have gone. It's a very common, you know, game design trope at this point. What is there? Auto use like every 5 seconds or some crap. Yeah, maybe. But then people would just stand around. It's the same shit. It's a dumb mechanic. Like, all of this boils down to that. It is a dumb mechanic. It wasn't needed. It wasn't needed in the past games. It's not needed in this one. I guess they did it because this is the first game to go, like, mostly open world. It's hub-based. But I'll be honest, I consider hub-based open worlds better. I'll take hub-based open worlds over true open worlds any day because I get intimidated by true open worlds. Because I want to see everything, I want to explore everything. But at least with hub-based open worlds, I'm like, okay, well, I can completely take out this area, I can explore it inch to inch, and I'll be fine. And then I'll move on to another area, and I'll explore that inch by inch. You know what I mean? What's over here? Have I done that? Yeah. Cool. But yeah, the accent's been a funny thing for me. I like the way I talk, though. I do like the way I talk. It is funny for me every single time a local asks where I'm from. It's like, oh, I'm here. I've lived here all my life. It's like, oh, well. There was like an older woman I met one day whilst I was walking the dog who was legitimately shocked by it. I can't even do my own accent. Like, if I try and fake the Scouse accent, it sounds awful. Like, fucking hell, lads. How you doing, kiddo? Alright, alright. Alright, love, how's it going? Fucking hell. He shot a footy through my window. I can't fucking do the Scouse accent. Hey, calm down, calm down. I don't know whether you guys will even get that. Calm down, calm down. Alright there, love. How's it going? You alright, kiddo? Fish likes mechanics that like that though. It makes him what was it? Less anxiety. I might have missed something. That's fair. I mean, that is fair. I understand that. I'm a bit of a completionist. If I like a game that I know I want to finish it, I want to get more gameplay out of it, so I'll go for completion, usually speaking. But it only comes down to if I like the game. If I don't love the game that much, I'm not gonna bother. But if I really enjoy a game, I'm gonna go for 100% completion. That being said, if it's a series I'm invested in, then like this, because I do go for completion in this, even though I don't love the game. Oh, fuck. We're going down here. Sanctuary of the Dead. Oh, well, we've been down here before. Have we done that? I think we've done that. Oh shit, yeah, we didn't level up, did we? We were doing it in here, weren't we? Yeah, that's what I want. Enemies that attempt to interrupt your casting with attacks are struck by arcs that leave them paralyzed. That's pretty fucking good. Oh, that's pretty fucking good as well. You know what? I'm going for that instead. Yeah, each your attacks shorten active cooldowns. I'm going for that. It's pretty fucking good. We can spam shit more. I'm alright with that. Oh shit. There's speeders down here. I don't think we've been down here. Okay, cool. There are speeders down here. Oh no, they're not speeders. They're zombies. Wait, is Quidditch actually coming to Hogwarts Legacy? I've not played the game in ages. I've been focusing mainly on Pokemon. I need to go back to the game though. I think I'll do that since I thought that the servers as a whole were going down for the 3DS, but it's not. It's just a shop, so I'm golden. I don't need to rush that just yet. So I think I'll jump back to Harry Potter and I'll play that instead. I have never been huge on Quidditch. I think the whole concept is kind of dumb, truth be told. I did play the Quidditch game back in the day, but That said, if they pull it off well enough, then yeah, I'll play it. But I need to go back to that game. I want to explore the Fantastic Beasts a bit more since I'm on chapter 2 now. I've just started doing quests there. I did so much fucking exploring. I'm like level 20 odd or 30 odd at this point. And like that was before getting into chapter 2. I just did so much exploring. I was drawn into the world. They've done such a good job with the world. It's great. Wait, I've already done this? Oh! Are we done here? Apparently we're done here. Alright, well... Wait, isn't there another level? Yeah. That's basically it. There's another room up there we haven't explored. That looks about it, though. Cool. Cool. I've avoided... I've gone for kind of a druid build. So I'm Hufflepuff. And I spam the, I mean, I don't really need it unless it's a big, like, arena kind of fight thing or a tough fight. But I've gone up the tree that allows me to get the most out of summons. So I'm using the Mandrake and the turret plants and things like that quite a bit. And I think it's very fun. I don't usually use consumables. That be in games, but that being said, you can retain so many of them. You can get them back so fucking quickly. It's not remotely an issue. So yeah, I've just been playing like that. Fuck. Put it away. So yeah, I've not gone for any specific build. The game doesn't really need to be taken that seriously. But I know I'm avoiding the curses as much as possible because they affect the ending. And I want to be a goody-goody. So I'm not using the curses this playthrough. On top of that, What the fuck? Excuse me? Who did that? Oh, whatever. So I'm not using the curses. But yeah, I mostly just use the magic I need to use and summon plants on people. I'm glad they are adding Quidditch. It was supposed to be in the game anyway, but they had to change it due to time restraints, so they'll probably sell it, unfortunately, which is kind of meh when it was meant to be in the game in the first place, but whatever. It's fine. It'll be fun hearing people bitch and moan about the game as if it's the cause for Armageddon. People are dumb. Alright. Where the fuck do we go for that then? What about the Skyhold? Oh, Diablo 3? I mean, I'm not gonna play Diablo 3 because I'm a bit with Blizzard. But if I was playing it, I'd be playing a Druid without question. I fucking love Diablo Druid from, like, Diablo 2. I fucking love it. It's like the best... Out of all the characters in those kind of, you know, action RPGs I've ever played, the only one that came close to the amount of enjoyment I got out of Diablo 2 Druid was, the Necromancer Summoner build I did once in Path of Exile. Oh, Dagna. That was the only thing that came close. I loved my zombie build in Path of Exile. Just summoning zombies everywhere and overwhelming the enemy. Very fun. But, yeah, it'd be Druid. The only other game I've ever seen do Druid like that is Pillars of Eternity. Fucking fantastic CRPG series. Incredible CRPG series. I love... Oh, wrong way. I love Pillars. And they do it the same, where if you're a Druid, the reason why people are Druids in the universe in that game is because part of their soul was mixed with an animal. So the whole, like, concept of that game is souls are limited. So when people die, their souls go back to the ether and are redistributed. But sometimes things go wrong and souls kind of split and merge. So druids are people born with a partial spirit of an animal. And that's why they can turn into, like, these humanoid animals. It's really cool. You can be, like, bears and elks and all kinds of shit. It's great. Diablo 4 is the default. Yeah, I figured that out. Oh, Dragon Age 3, you clown. Oh, what's my build in this? I'll show you. Don't use fucking accurate, like D4. What do they play? Oh, D3. Oh, DA3. To be honest, I forgot Diablo 3 was a thing. I was thinking of the new Diablo game. So, okay, so I'm using shields. So ultimately, I am a Knight Enchanter. So the whole thing is built around shields and sustain and, like, defensiveness. So of course I've got my protective magic here, barrier, guardian spirit, peaceful aura, the rival, obviously, dispel, rejuvenating barrier, all this fun shit. I've got this, which basically works as a really nice momentum ability. You can move around pretty good. And then if I zip through an enemy, I gain mana. So if I'm low on mana, I can just zip through a bunch of enemies and regain it. Let's see. That being said, when I'm stood still, it reduces my cooldowns. So basically, you know, fire off, low down on shit, zip around. I've got some fire-based magic here. If I land a critical hit, my next spell doesn't trigger a cooldown period. Every spell you cast shortens your active cooldown timers, so I've got multiple of them now. This one's fun. When I cast this, it consumes half of my barrier, and because I'm a Knight Enchanter, my barrier's really fucking good. So it enables me to just unleash powerful fire attacks, which is nice. I've got this down here, which shortens my cooldown times for each attack I make. I'm going to go for some more of this passive stuff as well. So, like here, for example. So, yeah. I don't do a shit ton of damage, but what I do is stay alive. And res people when they die. And being a Canary helps with that as well. But now. I am looking forward to Path of Exile 2, though. I want to play that. I do want to play that when that comes out. I just hope it doesn't come out around the same time as another game that I'm playing. Because it won't take over. He said 2-2. Am I repeating my words again? Quest completed. Acquired Sylvian Blade. Is it any good? Also, my inventory is full. Oh, and it's two-handed. Alright, Iron Bolt. What you think of this? Is it warrior only? Okay, why can't he use it then? Oh no, he can use it. Which do you think's better? I mean, that looks nicer. Armor penetration, 42 strength. Chance to cast Pull to the Abyss on a hit? Nah. On target, explodes for 100% weapon damage. I think we're going for that one. That was a complete fucking waste of time, wasn't it? Alright, let's get rid of all this shit. You guys are such fucking clowns. Alright. So, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna do an Easter egg. I talked about ages ago, really early on. Cole, you got one of these. Nah. What about you, Sarah? No. All is shit. All of this will become monies. I've got the best armor in the game. For my character, he looks pretty dapper. We don't need the Vitars. We don't need any of this. Superior. Right. And I've dyed the armor of every single character, so they look a little bit better. That looks awful, but she is a red Jenny, and I don't care about Sarah. There's Dorian, Blackwall, Cole, Vivian, Solus. Varric looks fucking amazing. And then we got Iron Bull, who looks also fantastic. Oh, we've also probably got a bunch of the accessory stuff, haven't we? Yeah, bunch of that shit. There was a lot of crap in that dungeon, sweet mother of Christ. Right. Sell all this sheet again. Now, I just need to remember where the fuck I need to go. Give me a minute. Cool. Let's start acquired. Right. Right, where was it? Let me have a quick gander. I made note of it. Right, here we go. Okay. I'm gonna open this up over here. So, quest map. We've modded it as well, so the Qunari should be able to wear it. Emerald Graves. Yeah, we're going there. Right, where about is it? It's here. I'm gonna want... I think I'll have Sarah for this. I'll have Solus and Cole. Look at that ugly motherfucker. Now, if I remember correctly, I have to jump on this bitch 50 times without touching the ground. It is here, isn't it? Yeah. It should be here. Alright, that's it. Where are we? Alright, we need to... Oh, no, it should be here. Right, go up that way. So this is an Easter egg in the game. How anyone figured out this fucking thing existed, I don't know. But here we go. So first of all, we need to find this rock and we need to jump on it. I think it's like 50 times. When we do that, we'll hear a little gnome bugger whisper something to us. At which point we need to plant, I think it's 10. We need to plant 10 crystal graces. Once we've done that, we go to a different area, find a hidden wall, walk through it, and we get ourselves an item. Insulting to the devs? Nah, playing an Qunari is insulting to the devs, apparently, because half the shit you can't wear. It's like, I understand not being able to wear helmets, but not being able to wear a fucking... like wreath of flowers around your head. That's a bit dumb. It's a bit dumb. Alright, where is that rock? Here it is! Right, let's save it here. And to make sure these fuckers don't get him away... Right, you. Hold position. Hold position. Hold position. Do not get in the fucking way. Alright, you. Hold position. Alright. Don't fuck around. Who were companions in this? I remember Gay Necromancer, Regal Barrier Mage, Black Lady, Black Ball, who is the tank, Cassandra, Templar tank, Varicrum DA2, and Archer, and yeah. I mean, you got most of them. Well, with me, I've got my most hated character in the series, which is Sarah. She is a Twitter commentator. She has no fucking idea what she's talking about 24/7, and she just wants chaos, and she doesn't like rich people. Which, to be honest, kind of sounds like me, but still. We've got Solus, who is by far one of the most interesting and best written characters in the series. He's the elf. We've got Cole, who is a spirit of compassion trapped in a body. He's the rogue. There's Blackwall, who is he is a human warrior. Oh. Alright, now that I've done that, can I... Alright. Right, I bring flowers. There we are. Well, that was quicker than I thought it'd be. Alright, I've given him flowers. The tiniest cave, quest completed. Right. Now where we need to go is... That was a lot quicker than I thought it'd be. Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's here, isn't it? Right. It's down there, isn't it? Okay. I'll show you the characters. I will be ending the series by doing a tier list of all the characters in the series. My opinions of them. I just think that'd be a cute way to end everything. Right, change party. Oh, okay. We got Sarah. She is the character talked about before. She is the worst character in the entire series. There is no design. I mean, she is kind of good. It's the same Isabella problem again, where she's actually quite good in combat, but she's fucking shit as a character. I hate her. We've got one of my favorite characters in the entire series, and probably my favorite character in this game, which is Dorian. Fucking great character. I love him. He's our romance for this playthrough. We got Varric, an absolute bro. Dwarven, like, crossbow archer. Bard, storyteller. All around bro. We've got Cassandra. She is a human warrior. A bit of a stick in the mud, stick up the arse. They've done what she's kind of a tropey character because in order to humanize her a little bit, she likes to read shit like 50 Shades of Grey. She likes to read a bit of smut. And considering she's a religious type and she is also a proud warrior, it's funny because type clashing. So, yeah. We got Blackwall, human, pretends to be a Grey Warden, really isn't. Good dude. I actually like him a lot more than I thought I remember doing. And we've probably used him the most this playthrough in terms of warriors. Really good dude. Really good dude. I like Blackwall. We got Cole, who is an interesting character that's also really boring a lot of the time. He's good if you want some extra insight on what you're doing. Spirit. We got Vivienne, who is a mage courtesan bitch. She's just your typical politician or legion, backstabbing son of a cunt. We got Solus, one of the best characters in the series. Really well written, very good character. A lot of people hate him. He's a very Marmite character. People tend to either fucking love him or fucking hate him. Much like Bull, actually. A lot of people fucking hate Bull because he's kind of one note. But I also think he's one of the most interesting Qunari in the series. And I do like him more than I like Sten. But he's also... I understand why people don't like him, because he's kind of like... He's a lot like Isabella, to be perfectly honest. But he has more going on than just being a selfish pirate whore. He is a... mercenary whore that has the whole Qunari aspect going on. If he wasn't a Qunari, I would probably hate him like I hate Isabella, truth be told. I'm not really a big fan of whore characters. But he's saved by the fact that he's a Qunari. Alright, we're going over here next, and there should be an invisible wall over there. That's what we're doing. Alright, let's mount up. Come on then, Nugsley. This is proper anime music right here, isn't it? Ikari sedadu nisundi hai no moroko Ginesuni no. Hey, hey, let's go, Kikasu. Tani mi mamoro, protect my buzz. Sonako no muri, so let's fighting, love. Sunaka might need no mano, naraki na hairari. Sunikaida no mano, ikasuka inasu. Hey, hey, let's go, Kikasu. Legit the vibe I'm getting from this. And it just fucking stops? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. How the fuck do I get to the... I wanna get to the mine. Oh, God. I yearn for the mines. That's where I want to get. Solas is more super important to the story, and then DA4. He is! Do you know what the story is? Don't put the red lyrium in the mouth, you dumbass. No. You might as well be sucking on Darkspawn blood. I mean, he could become a Grey Warden. Maybe? Oh my god, which way do I need to go for this bullshit? Right, fuck off. We're going here. I'm sorry to... yes, I'm still listening. Right. But yeah, Solas is great. I do know, like, the first time I played through the game, I didn't like him, because he was kind of a whingy bitch. He's kind of like Morrigan in that everything he did piss him off. But I have since kind of learned how he thinks, and I can't say It's one of those things where it's like, logically, he's kind of right, but at the same time, pragmatically, it makes no sense, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, in principle, he's right. Logically, he is right. But getting kind of hung up on that hill is kind of dumb. You know what I mean? But I didn't like him the first time through. A lot of people didn't, but when I played through again the second time, and I played with the ending DLC, I'm like, oh, okay, I like this dude now. I get it. I also think I paid more attention to the game in general, because it was less figuring out where I needed to go. Played it, I was also coming directly off playing Dragon Age Origins 2, whereas in the first time I played it, it's because it just came out. I know I hadn't played the other two for a bit. I just transferred my save file over. Alright. Here's the next bit of the Easter egg. I forgot how to get here for a second. Not like in denial, but I do know the general stuff. Oh, not in detail, but I do know the general stuff. Yeah. No, I don't know the Dragon Age series lore-wise as well as I know, like, Elder Scrolls. But, I know enough to enjoy it more. You know me with lore. When I get into lore, I really get into it. I mean, shit, you played World of Warcraft with me, for fuck's sake. You know what I'm like. It's this way. Right. Nope, I want it. I'm too fat. Why am I so fat? No. That one. Heh. No! Oh wait, can I do it this way? I can, can't I? That makes more sense. Look at this! Invisible wall! Hacks! Alright. It is a long way down. Fucking hell. I feel like I'm gonna meet a Bistalker calf in a minute. Join the goddamn, the Dark Soul Covenant. What the fuck are they called? The cool, like, Skeletor guys? I get the name of them. Here we go. I love that voice acting. Here we go! The Argent Blossom. 41 armor, unique helmet. 24% Sunder when hit. It's pretty fucking good. And because I've modded it, I can actually fucking wear it. I'm going to miss the critical damage bonus and the constitution, but that's pretty good. Look at that. I have flowers on my head. Huh? I have flowers. I'm a pretty princess. Worth. Can I go in here? Can I see my character? Let me. Yeah, look at him. Look how good he looks. Huh? All that for like some flowers in my hair. Reminds me of some other dude that gets hung up in some hills and up. Look, it's very I'm very pragmatic. Look, you're right, but shut up. You're very right, but shut up. Right, where are we going now? That's probably why I like Solas, though. Because I do see myself in him. Right, we're going here. We've got one last Dworgen to kill. Huh? And if we're killing a Dworgen, we're changing out our team. Because fuck. Let's check this something very quickly. Oh my god, pronoun check? Are you fucking serious? Ugh. There's Disney Dreamlight Valley. The patch came out today. The patch adds new characters, Simba and Nala from The Lion King. I've not looked into too many spoilers because I want to just experience it. And it also adds a new star path, like a new monthly thing to work on to unlock extra shit. Well, on top of that, they've also done a thing connected with Twitch. One of those drop things where if you watch so many hours, you get free stuff. The problem with these drop things is it's never channels I actually fucking watch. So it's like, whilst I was looking for channels that are participating in it, I found this one channel. She's a small channel, but I like her. The vibes in the chat were just super fucking chill. It was great. So I enjoyed hanging out with her chat for a little bit. There's like 52 people in chat. It was nice. But she's too small to kind of participate in it. She doesn't have the same reach. And all the really big reach people are just so fucking fake and generic. And, hi, how's it going, chat? Yeah! And so I've got one in the background whilst I'm streaming. Oh, shit. And I have no idea who it is. It's just some fucking woman. I have no idea who it is. I've just got her up whilst, it's to get hours in or time in so I can get the drops. And I've just checked back. And, because I've been watching so long, on her channel, I get to, select my pronouns. I'm like, for fuck's sake. Which says all I need. Like, I'm not, no. That's not a chill. Like, I followed the other one, I like smaller streamers, but... because you can actually engage with the chat with small streams. There's a more close-knit community. But the more followers you have, the more active, like, viewers you have, it's just impossible. Because the chat just goes... It's impossible. You know, and they're so big that the only way the streamer will actually notice your comments will be potluck or, if you pay them with one of those donos. So, it's the same thing on YouTube. Smaller channels are always better. There's a lot of times I've been watching YouTubers that, as they've got bigger, I mean, good for them. I don't, you know, lament their success. Like, good for them if they I don't, you know, lament their success. Like, good for them if they've done that. But it's just the nature of it. The bigger you get, the less connected you are with your audience, and it just comes across as less legit. It's just not as interesting. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've got that in the background running right now. I'll check back to it every so often. Which is nice. I always do the drops this way because then I can get them without actually participating. Because I don't really watch Twitch that much. And when I do, it's a handful of different streamers. Like, I've been watching a lot of Buff Pup recently. I like her. She's great. I love Haruka. But she's Canadian. So she's never streaming when I'm actually fucking awake. Well, but I do love Haruka. She's one of my favorite you know, VTubers. She's great. I love her design as well. I went gaga over her design when I first saw it before she debuted. She's a caribou, but the joke is to call her a moose. And you know how I feel about moose. So we're going off to kill the final Dwagon now. There's one more, but it's the DLC Dwagon. It's the highest level Dwagon in the game. This is the vanilla Dwagon. Last one. It's about time we take the last one of them out. But that's what I like about my streams as well, because it's literally just me and a few friends, or maybe friends of friends that show up and watch it. So it's just super chill. There's like 1 or 2 people that show up where I don't know them. They're just people that have shown up and they've been pretty chill. Zephyr is pretty great. No issue with him. Or her for that matter. I'm not sure. Probably a him. Right, where's the Dwagon? The Sandy Howler. Alright. There's a howl for ya. What the fuck? Oh, it was him. I thought somebody was fucking knocking on my table. What the fuck? Alright, Sleeping... Well, you are pretty. You are very pretty, but I'm afraid it's about time to wake up now. Right, before we do this, let's put something a little bit more appropriate on instead of this fucking Irish music for some fucking reason. There we are, that's the track I want. Let's go. Alright. There we go. Much better. Some proper Monster Hunter music to taking on the monster. You're the last dragon, Sandy Howler. For my name is Atashi. Literally means dragon. And when I fell you, I shall be the last one standing. For there can be only one, and that one shall be me. Shit, look, I'm flying, look, I'm attacking. Look how long I can last in the air with this insect glaive. Great track, this. I really like this track. Very triumphant. I love it. Ah, that was a stupid positioning. Look at this. Look how quickly my cooldowns are coming back now. That's fucking great. God damn it, I ran into that. I hate the ones that chuck up a fucking shield. I hate it, 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 I hate it. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Do, 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 do. Yup. What's the Glavenus theme? I've not listened to Glavenus in a while. I like Glavenus. Or Glavenus, as I call him. Brrr. See, Glavenus is like the best monster for one major reason. His tail is a great sword. He knows. He fucking knows what the best weapon in the game is. Great sword. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, did that hurt, fucker? Oh, what a shame. What a fucking shame, huh? Don't you throw up, y'all, you bitch. I'm busy doing Toaster now. Sucks, I only have access to one gun lens. The most, like, level 8 ammo. It's a final form boss. It's wide. It's the worst type. Yeah, you're just gonna have to, like, stand on top of him all the time. Oh, I think... You know what? Not only is my cooldowns recharging faster, but so is my sword. Like, in general, the 99 charge is jumping up really quick now. I am glad that I've got these passives. Holy shit. Look at this. Look how defensive I am, man. I've got this giant shield and, like, a giant barrier on top of that. I am indestructible. It's great. Admittedly, the shield is because of Blackwall. Everyone has it. It's one of his abilities. One of the reasons he's pretty good. Don't you armor up, you prick. Do not armor up. I know you're going to do it now. Yeah, here it goes. Let's shove Glavenus themes. Monster Hunter Glavenus theme. I know it's Glavenus, but Glavenus is just funny. Oh, shit, yeah, I remember this. Alright, let's go. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think there's like, what, 10, maybe? I can look it up. We'll be getting the last one with this guy dead. But then there's also the DLC one, which doesn't count in the counter. Come on, do all as much damage before he shields up again. Fuck you. I love the wings. The wings are fucking gorgeous, man. He's a very pretty dragon. Don't shield up, you prick. No. No. I hate the shielding ones. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Oh. How much does that sound like an actual Monster Hunter stream? Goddamn. Where are the goddamn earplugs when you need them? Right before he shielded. God damn it, I missed that. Shield. Come on, come on, come on. Oh! Make sure I can't get attacked by that. Shove this up quickly. Shit. Ah, I didn't have that on cooldown left. I'll check in a sec after I've killed this fucker. Shut up. I'm standing under its butt. Hehehe, that didn't work because it went invisible, you fuck. Or translucent, even. Shut up. Oh, it's gonna shield again. Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no, he's not. Right, come on. Get my shield back. Get my shield back. Let's smack him first. Smack him. Shield back. Fire explosion. Fire. Too bad the fire does shit. Fuck off. Quickly. Quickly, get out of the daze. You haven't seen Glaive? Is Glaive... Oh, wait, Glaive is in that one, isn't it? Didn't he add him? I'll tell you what we'll shove on. Yes. This'll do nicely. Oh, yeah, here we go. One of the goddamn best wagons. One of my favourites. Really fucking good fight. Unique monster. Beautiful monster. Great armor. Fun weapons. Unique ability. Gorgeous design. Funny lore. It's just a big horny pink dragon. Usually peaceful. But when mating season is around, the guys get so fucking horny that they're hard to control, and they go a bit gloopy. Come on, you bitch. There we go. Get back here, you fuck. I'm gonna fucking... Come on, dude, like, come on, your health is so low now. Let's just fuck you up. And call it a day, huh? No more shields. No more bullshit. Just pure fucky. Come on. Die, you prick. That's right. That's right. No more shields. Only death. I am become death. Come on. We done? We're done. How are we doing? I'm doing okay. How about yourself? Hey! You unlocked Dragon's Bone. Nice. Well, that dragon is boned. God damn it. Let me loot, fucking. Let me loot. Thank you. Right. Doing Rogue Assassin or doing, Does Rogue Assassin do more damage than Warrior? Generally speaking, the Rogues tend to do a lot of damage, but they require certain conditions. I'm not quite sure. The only one of these games I've really played in great depth is Origins. This is only my third time going through this, and it's the same time playing this class as, like, yeah. So I couldn't quite say. You're best Googling that, truth be told. Robes the High Keeper, Stamina Helmet, Armor of Knights Divine. We got Pure Dragon Blood. Good cheat. Right, let's shove that music back on, shall we? Yeah, let's have this one on. I'm a fan of this one. We've had this one a few times. I like this one quite a bit. And that was the last dragon. Right, let me answer that question for you, Peps. How many dragons are in this game? Because we've just killed the last one of them outside of the DLC. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 dragons! Yeah, that was it. So there's just the Haken Winter's Breath, level 25 from the Frostback Basin, the DLC area. The rest of the dragons have been eliminated. So we've got ourselves our nice little flower crown. We've killed the dragon. Let's go back to Skyhold. Let's, what was I gonna do? Sort out the inventory. Sell a bunch of shit. And, then we'll go back to the descent. In between sessions, I've gone back and I've collected all the gears that I missed. I only missed 3. 2 of them were right at the start as one of the elevators that go down. And then one was later on, after kind of the area that splits up. And, like, there's a door there and then there's a cave that goes around. It's just up the side on a little bit of a cliff. So I only missed 3 of them, which ain't bad. I like to find weapons level 20. Go to Eastmarch. Grave sometimes when... Kill a giant. That's pretty good. I know in between sessions I've farmed for the best armor in the game. So I've got this on me, which is pretty great. Best armor you can get in the game. At least for a mage. And you get that with the Secret Stocks or whatever it's called perk from this vendor down here in the Hissing Wastes. However, because it's from that perk, it's not guaranteed to show up. So what you do is you save in a different area, you quit the game, you put the game back on, you travel over there, you see if he's got it. If he doesn't got it, you port back to a different area, save the game, quit the game, rinse and repeat until you've got what you want. It's a kind of stupid, random, shitty way of going about it, but that's the way they chose to do it. Annoyingly. Armor of Knights Divine. Oh. Oh ho ho! Would you look at that? That suits her rather nicely. I think we'll give her a new dye as well. I like that. What about a Blackwall? Yeah, that's better. It's a shame because I like Peace Vigilance. But that is better. And then what about Solus? Oh, he's already wearing it. This one's just slightly better. Cool. Alright. In the DA games, tip here about fighting Corypheus is... Rune Cleansing will help with the fight. Right, well, I'll put that on one of my characters before I go down there. Thank you. I'll put it on my main weapon, I think. The most rogues usually end up with more damage. Backstab. Yeah. The issue with the rogues is a lot of the time you have to get behind the enemy. And that's sometimes easier said than done. I've mainly played mages in the series just because of the lore significance. Can I dye that? I can. I can! Holy shit. You don't see it, but I can dye it. Can I change the color? Nah, not properly, just a little bit at the back. Kind of pointless. Cassandra. Alright, let's dye her. Oh, ho, ho, look at that. That goes with the shield, Stormheart. That also goes with the shield. But I think Stormheart's a lot nicer. It's very synth. I like it. Purple and green, some of my favorite colors right there. Ah, fair enough. I like Glavenus. Very fun monster. Like Infinity Ledger items, just do a quest and loot all legendary items. That one of them inside the chest and go to another map here and return the chest to make a copy of them. I don't know that. I just do that with the Shards quest. I don't know, that's kind of neat. Ooh, the silk actually goes really well, doesn't it? Yeah. I love the silk. Right, I think we'll have black in this. We'll see what else we've got. Yeah. Got a little bit of pink in that one. We'll have that. There's a fly in my room that's distracting the shit out of me. I'm not a fan. Fennec fur. Where's the... Oh, Fennec fur. Where's the... Stormheart? Yeah, we are. Cool. The rest will be fine. Nice. Right, and then we got Cassandra. Who else got an upgrade? Blackwall got an upgrade, didn't he? Best material is Empia du Lions. Down metal is very good iron to craft. Oh, I'm just dyeing stuff right now. Tinting armor, making dudes look cool. Blue vitriol, that's what I had with him. And then we'll have... We'll try and get that metal bit over with the Gambison. Doesn't really work. Alright then. We'll have that little blue bit to the side then. There's no bright blue option. Samite kind of works. Ah. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Alright. There we are. This one we'll have that brassy bit looking stuff. Transmog is very important. We've got to look good. I don't really like the masks, but that'll do. And then Solus. I think all I did with him was just make him all green. Where's that leafy one? Not got that. I'll do. Darker, I think. Brown again. Ooh, the green pants. That works. Alright, cool. Right, now that we look good. Hey there, Zephyr. How you doing today? Look what we got! You can't see it. Yeah! I've got the flowers! What, my companions' rankings in this one? I mean, straight from the top of my head. Let's see. Give me a minute. Straight from the top of my head, Dorian is number 1, followed by Solus, Varric, Blackwall, Iron Bull, Cassandra, Cole, Sarah, Vivian, You're making the squad look like a Legion Nobles in those masks. I know. It's terrible. Look, here's Itachi. Here's Cassandra. She looks pretty neat. She looks like a green paladin. Sarah, I've made her bright red because she's just that annoying. Dorian. Blackwall. Cole. Vivian. Solus. They're all wearing them. Varric looks fucking awesome. And then we got Iron Bull looking amazing as well. Wait, what armor are you using for the Inquisitor? This armor is, I forget the name of it, but it's the best armor in the game. It's a crafting armor. I'll show you it now. Superior Battle Mage armor. Best armor in the game for mages. You get it, along with the superior versions of all the others. With the, I think it's like Lost Stocks or something like that perk. In this area over here from that merchant. But it's not guaranteed to show up, so you kind of have to save, quit the game, come back, go to the area, go there. So if he's not got it, then rinse and repeat. My favorite character is Solus. Cole, Solus, Varric, Iron Bull. You really like Cole. I like Cole. I just think he's kind of a bit one note. He provides some really interesting depth into a lot of conversations. But at the same time, he can be a bit a bit boring. It really depends. Them Elysian nobles are kinky. I hate the Elysians. I am greatly racist towards the Elysians. Partly because they're French and I'm English. But also because they're annoying. If you become Herald, does that make your main character Qunari Trader? I mean, probably. I mean, I'm Talvashoff. I'm Talvashoff anyway, and I've made Iron Bull Talvashoff as well, so something tells me they don't like me. Right. Where were we? We were here. Right. I'm gonna hit the Hissing Waste, yeah. You need that one Inquisition perk. Final stocks. I tell you what I can do. Give me a minute. Where is it? Here it is. Warriors. There it is. Superior Battle Mage armor. There it is. There we are. Here's the article for it. Where's the best chest in the game? I'll tell you what I'll send you. This is what I've used. Now, this has been around for a long time, and I've used it for a few times. They also have related posts for best weapon and best accessories for every class. So this is a really good one to use. Here we are. If you want to know information like that, there's your best option. My Inquisition Warrior is so superior, Battlemaster. Armor for me. I will say, when it comes to warriors, the best armor, if I remember correctly, is the armor you get from this X-Pack. That's the best armor. Fuck me, that was quick. Alright, so as I said before, in between sessions, I've gone and found all the gears that I missed in the last 2 areas. They were free. I missed 2 of them. I missed 2 of them around, is it here? Yeah, I missed 2 of them around here. So instead of going on the elevator, you kind of go to the side and jump down. I missed 2 of them there. And I also missed 1 around here, I think it was. Or was it? Ah, it was here. So instead of going around there, it's through the door here, and it's jumping to the side. It's on a cliff here. So they're the 3 that I missed. Which isn't bad, all things considered. Did you guys know Fowler once chased a cow through town with a group of Futa pandas? Is this a World of Warcraft moment? I don't remember that. I think going to change style, going to make a Iron Bull Shield Warrior for dragons and make Varga become an assassin. That'd be kind of neat. I've never done that before. I've always kind of just gone for their basic things. But there is a respec that you can buy where Dagner is. In, like, the Forge area in Skyhold, you can buy respecs, so you can do that. Which is nice. I'm glad that they make them so accessible in this game. Every time I do this section, all I can think about is the movie from the same name, The Descent. Really good fucking movie, I like that. That was actually one of the things I liked about the Tomb Raider reboot as well. There were so many scenes just taken directly from The Descent. It was fun. If you're aware of the movie. These guys mean business, goddamn. Oh my god, they just ate through my fucking shields. Fuck you. I was in perfect sync with Solus there. Ow. That's, Assassin's a spec. So, more so Zevran from Dragon Age Origins. But, dual wield, basically. So, yeah. More like Cole. I think that's what Cole is, isn't it? Isn't Cole an assassin? I'm pretty sure Cole's an assassin. Which is a weird class for Cole. In terms of, you know... Because Cole could have been anything, really. I guess it was just a case of we needed a character that fit that bill. So let's actually make one interesting this time. For a change. God, I love this section. This section of the DLC, it's gorgeous, man. It's so atmospheric. I tell you what, I can't remember what to do. The Nug King. I know he's down here. I can't remember. Oh, shit, yeah, I forgot to use guns. I can't quite remember how the Nug King goes, but I do want to see. I do want to show that off at some point. Because it's fucking funny. In Dragon Age Origins, you can make Liliana Assassin and Archer same time. This best build ever. Yeah, she is pretty good. Ooh, hello there. Yoink. With Moo on the RP server. Oh, shit, yeah. When Moo got into RP, I'm like, hey, I've got a character on Origin, Joel. Come over, see what it's like. And he did more of it than me because, unlike me, he's actually social. I just stood around and watched people do it most of the time. Because I'm weird. That's actual RP, not ERP. We did one. I watched one where there was a bunch of soldiers standing around the tree where the Night Elves are before Sylvanas fucking burned it, bitch. And it was just a bunch of soldiers training, preparing for the attack. It was pretty good. Stories say Cole is an apostate, then became spirit during this. Doesn't make sense. Well, his body is that of an apostate mage that was basically locked away in a tower and left to starve to death. He was just forgotten about. Cole is a spirit of compassion that found him and basically, you know, possessed his body. Which is weird for a spirit, but it does happen. So Cole is kind of walking around in a corpse, kind of like Kristoff from Awakening. Here's the secret crossover with Zelda Breath of the Wild. Look how good this... Look at the flowers. Look at the flowers on his head. I'm so glad I installed that mod. I scarred him for life. He should have known to stay away from fucking Goldshire. Oh god, the Horde and Alliance actually get on now, don't they? Wait, does that mean the Horde can hang around in Stormwind? Oh god, Goldshire is gonna be full of so many fucking orcs. No, it's gonna be full of fucking, what you call them? The elves that join the Horde. Blood elves and those other ones. Win, Anders, Cole. Yeah, very true. We did play Oblivion, yeah. In fact, the first stream series I did was Oblivion. I wouldn't recommend watching it. The UI is awful, and I think I've improved a little bit more, a little bit since then. Is she Ardukan? I'm not sure. I know she's lost. I know she was a Shaperate. If you mean the armor, I think that's just dwarven armor. But Oblivion is amazing. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I've said this before, but at one point in my life, all I ever played was Neverwinter Nights and Oblivion on repeat over and over again. Occasionally throwing Pokemon in there. But that's all I ever played. For years. You know what it's like as a kid. You don't exactly have the option to play every game you want to play. I like how people are dying and I'm like, ooh, shiny! Oh, fuck my health. I'm the one that... Oh, shit, okay. I'm the one that's dying. Why no game sound? I must just have it super low. Give me a minute. Oh, shit! Wait. Oh my god. Guys! Why the fuck didn't you tell me there's no sound? Thank you, Zephyr. I have been playing this entire time, listening to fucking music. And I've had the desktop audio on mute. Because I've been recording other videos and I forgot to... Why the fuck... Ah! Thank you, Zephyr. At least you're paying attention. Thank you. Fuck me. Mother of Christ. Here's me saying, I think I've improved. Meanwhile, I've been playing the whole fucking stream with my goddamn desktop on mute. Fuck me. Okay. 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 Give me a sec. Mother of Christ. Right, there we go. We should have game now. Dragon Age Origins is my favourite Alistair by far. Yeah, I agree. I love Alistair and I love Morrigan. In 2, my favourite is Varric, Aveline, and to a lesser extent, Anders. I'm so annoyed. How long have we been streaming? Wait. It doesn't say. Every time. But I jumped on last minute today because I've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. So, I fucked that. It is my own fault. I fucked it, but never mind. I've done that before. I think the last time I did that was it was either in Skyrim or in Oblivion. An hour and a half. We saw it at 7. So it's been about an hour and a half. No, you don't need the DLC to see more. Wait, in this game? Nah, I think she's just part of the game. I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm still so distracted with being a fucking dickhead. Did like Oblivion more than Skyrim. Good game, but yeah, like Oblivion's my favorite in the series. Like, if we could have Oblivion with Morrowind's mechanics, like the armor layer, like the various armor style, like, you know, like, you know, it's the way Morrowind's armor works and all the different ones. If we could have that and like the spell crafting system and all that kind of thing. I know Oblivion had that, but it wasn't the same. So if we can have Morrowind mechanics in Oblivion kind of setting, because hot take, I don't like Morrowind in terms of the setting. It's brown. It's such a boring environment to explore. I mean, yeah, it's alien, there's a bunch of bug critters around, but it's such a boring environment to explore. I didn't even like it in Skyrim. When we went in the Dragonborn DLC, where I think it's in Vardenfell, which technically isn't Morrowind, but still, it's the same kind of geography. I didn't even like it then. I just don't like that environment. It's so boring. And Oblivion's environment is super generic. I get that, but I still like it. Skyrim... How can I put it? The leveling system in Morrowind and Oblivion is kind of shit, because it punishes you for playing your character properly. So in order to make the best mage possible, you really have to play your character like a warrior, if that makes sense, so you don't level up too quickly, so you get proper stat distribution. This can be fixed with a mod that gives you +5 in every stat whenever you level up. You can just choose where it goes. But if you don't play with that mod, you're fucking yourself. Unless you do efficient leveling, which will just turn the game into a grind. That being said, Skyrim system, it's fun and casual and all, but it really just makes every single character you play making that game play exactly the same. Soul Steam, that's the one. Thank you. I was enjoying the sound of your voice too much. Feeding my ego will get you everywhere. Did like more Fawn Agony? I don't know what that is. I like the art. How can I put it? Like, I like the character models from Morrowind. Like, Oblivion is by far the worst in the series when it comes to the character models. There's a reason why I play in Argonia most of the time. It's because they're so fuck-looking. They're the only one that doesn't look stupid. Because they're furries and they look stupid by default. I say as a furry, but still. The leveling system in Skyrim kind of limits you. You end up playing the same character every single time. Like, I'm not even just talking about the stealth archer. I'm talking about the same passives and shit. So, for example, the destruction tree passive, if you level that up, the boost to destruction, fire, ice, and electricity, doesn't just boost destruction, it boosts dragon shouts with the same elemental, and it just boosts elemental damage in general. If you mix that with a sword with chaos damage, you're boosting that chaos damage. With enchanting, and you mix it with if you're enchanting and you mix it with paralysis, you got a weapon that not only freezes your enemy, but you're doing amazing chaos damage. But what I do is I use Fiery Soul Trap. So it's fiery, so it does damage using that same, you know, modifier. But on top of that, it traps a soul. So when mixed with Azora's Wrath, you can just keep this going indefinitely. So every single character, doesn't matter what you're playing, unless you're playing a weird kind of mage build, you're gonna want to level up destruction so you can make the most out of that elemental shit, right? Ugh. So you're also gonna want a level enchanting. So every single character kind of has the same kind of, you know, playstyle. You're using different weapons, but the buffs are the same because they just can't be beaten. So at some point, I'm in stealth, firing fucking magic into the Greybeards or so on and so forth. And it's just like, I don't do this in the other games, you know what I mean? I play different ways in Oblivion, I play different ways in Morrowind. It's, Skyrim just, because certain abilities are so good, it kind of pigeonholes you, you know? But, I've never finished Morrowind because it's kind of a pain in the ass to play when Oblivion was your first game in the series. And I just don't like the environment. But mechanically, it's the best game in the series. The sheer options of what you can do with those characters. I love the models as well, which wouldn't be realized properly until Elder Scrolls Online. The Elder Scrolls Online models are the best in the series. Oh, Fawn! I remember, yeah. You're talking about the old stuff, aren't you, with Fawn? He's from Daggerfall, isn't he? I'm trying to finish Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Great game. It's a lot of people's fourth game in the series, at least in the West. It's not in the other countries.
Wouldn't something that can sculpt the world have to be rather bonus?
But yeah, every game has the positives and the negatives. Play Spearman in Monster Hunter is worst play. The Lance. The Lance is great. Lance is one of my favorite weapons. It's the only thing that comes close to the Greatsword for me.
So, it's a shaper of the stone, like you?
Nah, it's a literal shaper of stone. Not a shaper it.
If Titans can purposely reshape the world, the earthquakes could be...
But yes, like, Morrowind has great mechanics and great character designs. It also has the best in terms of like RPG gameplay in the series, at least in the 3D ones. Oblivion has the best general all-around gameplay, and it's got my favorite aesthetic, the like painting. It means that outside of the character models, of which it has the worst, it's the most prettiest one to look at in my opinion, although Skyrim has its moments. In fact, if I do this, that screenshot in the background is actually taken from our stream series of Skyrim. It's fucking gorgeous. But Oblivion, in my opinion, has the best general gameplay. Skyrim is the absolute king when it comes to mods. You mod that game, and then there's like games like Enderal, which was made using the Skyrim engine, and it's a great game.
I just became the most popular dwarf in the merchants.
How gorgeous is this area? So this DLC gives you a really interesting lore tidbit that we never knew about Lyrium. It's alive. In fact, I think they purposely design it in this game so that they look like veins. These are like the veins of the earth. Alright? They're alive. Red Lyrium is blight corrupted Lyrium, which can only happen to living things. And it's this DLC that confirms what Lyrium is. Well, it gives us a decent idea of what it is. How much you want to bet that this Titan lore is going to be scrapped in DA4? Right? It's too good, isn't it? Although, it would be a perfect way of bringing Shale back. I did complete Dragon Age Inquisition with Corypheus Goes to the Vitas. Do I have a free world after I defeat Corypheus? I think the game warns you. So either once you beat Corypheus, you get a save in which you can fuck around. You also unlock like a golden nug, so that all the materials and the armor schematics that you've collected during your first playthrough, when you make a new character, that nug will be there in Skyhold. So you can just walk over, click on it, and you have unlocked all the other schematics, which means that you can basically make the best armor in the game right away on next characters. So I think after the credits finish, or before the credits roll, it'll make a save file, so when you load that, you're in Skyhold. And then you'll have the quest to go and defeat Corypheus again. I think that's how it works, so it makes a save file like that. And that's considered like a completed save. But I'm not 100%. This is only my third time through the game. As I say, it's not like Origins, of which I've played countless times. Not scrapped, but largely ignored. It's more than likely, yeah. Especially since we're beginning to Tevinter next. That being said, the last time we heard about Shale, she was going to Tevinter to find out, you know, about herself. So there's a decent chance that if they're gonna bring this into play, Shale and Tevinter in the next game. There's a few things they've set up in these games that would make sense seeing in Tevinter. Such as, Theandrol, or whatever his name is, that mage that can actually walk the Fade in his dreams. Skyrim is a good game, but rather play more Oblivion Skyrim. DLC was best game. Oh, dude, yeah, the Shivering Isles. Shivering Isles are fucking amazing. And, like, I like Dawnguard in Skyrim. I really do like Dawnguard. It's up there for me. But the Shivering Isles, like, it doesn't compete. It can't compete. The Shivering Isles is amazing, and it's so meme-worthy. I think that's one game, at some point in the future, if I'm still streaming, that's one game we're going back to. We're doing a new character. Because I love Oblivion, man. Love it. We can go back to defeating Corypheus to round up all the side quests that you want. Alright, cool. So it is like somewhat like I remember. But once you start Transpassing DLC on War Table, there's no going back. Which means make a separate save, basically. For example, you can launch the exact DLC after finishing the main quest line, and the Inquisitor will comment that they have defeated Corypheus. Okay, cool. Trespasser is great, by the way. Trespasser is what made me appreciate Solus. I didn't when I first played through the game, but the DLC wasn't out because I played it at launch. The second time I played through the game was, I think, 2019. And that's when I played the DLC. It really made me appreciate Solus. So this is my third time through the game. First time on PC. It's a rune! Dwarven runes! Fuck you! They've made guns and they've made bombs. Which blow up on my face but still don't kill me. Impressive.
Let's keep gathering the weapons. There may be more barriers ahead.
I'll go back down that way in a minute. I'm just looking for shit like this. Gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gear after midnight. Won't somebody help me take these wolves away? Didn't, like, the Thieves Guild in Skyrim was better than Oblivion? I completely agree. 100%. I hated the fucking grindy bullshit you had to do for the Thieves Guild in order to properly complete it as well. Fuck that. But yeah, I completely agree. I tell you what the biggest casualty of Skyrim from Oblivion was, though. Fucking Dark Brotherhood. Mother of Christ, what a difference. The Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim is fucking shit in comparison to Oblivion. In Oblivion, the Dark Brotherhood was like, outside of maybe the Shivering Isles, the Dark Brotherhood was the best content in the game. Especially Murder House. Murder House is the most fun quest I have ever played in an RPG. Such a good fucking quest. I love it. A lot of people will even make a separate save file just so they can go back to that and do it again. And I can't say I blame them. Found tell just how Dragon screwed up his Thieves Guild quest about. Oh shit, yeah. The first time playing through the game, I do that quest where you've got to burn the hives, right? And as I do it, a dragon shows up. So I'm like, okay, fair enough, I'm not getting into that. So I run back. I dive into the water, I swim away, and I hand the quest in. And as I'm about to hand the fucking quest in, the guy's like, we told you not to burn all the fucking hives. I'm like, I didn't. I'm like, oh, fuck the dragon. So I have to fucking reload the game, take the dragon to a different location, kill the fucking thing, and then come back, burn the correct fucking hives, one of which was already burned. Fuck me. I've always remember that. Bethesda has this weird habit of adding, like, the big main feature of all their games is fucking annoying when you actually play it. So, like, for Oblivion, the Oblivion Gates, when Oblivion was being talked about, announced, the Oblivion Gates was this big, touted, amazing feature. They are a fucking slog. Especially when you're a bit of a completionist like me and you have to do them all. The Oblivion Gates fucking suck. Skyrim, the dragons. The dragons very quickly become a fucking chore. Every single time you go back to the Mage College, there's one of them fucking around there. Every time. They always show up at the worst possible moments, and you have to kill them just to shut them up so they don't kill any NPCs and you can move on. Hated the dragons. Loved them at first, but that very quickly changed. Didn't like Dragon in Skyrim. Didn't like Dragon's Dogma. You and me have very similar taste in games. Dragon's Dogma is fucking incredible. I never did the last dungeon in Dark Arisen, but I have played Dark Arisen. Last time I played it was on Switch. Very good. I love Dragon's Dogma. Another one of my favorite games of all time. Dragon's Dogma is fucking fantastic. The only complaint I have with Dragon's Dogma is you can only have one save file. Admittedly, on the Switch, there's a workaround. But, the first times I played it on the Xbox 360 and then later on PC, that's not really a thing. So, main reason I bought it on Switch, truth be told. So I could play something other than like a dexterous archer character for once, since it's just so good. I'll try something else at one point. I agree, how Alduin is defeated by some fucking drunkards. That's so true. God, the Alduin fight is so shit, man. They build this guy up so much, and you just can't basically stand around and wait for a cutscene to go off. It's so shit. Yeah. Fallout New Vegas isn't Bethesda. Fallout New Vegas is Obsidian. But, yeah, I very much agree. Fallout New Vegas is the best Fallout game, as far as I'm concerned. Although I've only played the 3D ones. I've never to this day managed to finish 3. I just find it so fucking boring, and I hate how you get around with all those fucking tunnels everywhere. It's got great set pieces. The set pieces in Fallout 3 are way better than New Vegas. But overall, Fallout 3 is just boring. I'm not a fan. New Vegas is fantastic, though. But yeah, New Vegas is great. And, Oblivion's my favorite of the Elder Scrolls series by a mile. Very easy for a mage. That's that big, the big troll, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. It was a throwback from Morrowind's Blood Moon. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I remember doing that. I tell you what, that's what I want to see. I want to see Hircine again. We're not getting him because he had Blood Moon. But Hircine is my favorite Daedric Prince. I want him to have his own dedicated expansion. Not expansion. That's me playing Elder Scrolls Online. I want him to have his own dedicated game. DLC thing. Or just game. I love Hircine. Hircine. I keep looking at the map because I'm like, look at all these different places I can go. And I've got a bunch of these fucking quests that I can go on now as well. Oh my, hello! Yep. Okay, there's a go- oh my god, this is like the best hunter in the world. He sicks his pets on me. It's like a Beastmaster hunter, Jesus Christ. Fuck you, buddy. You prick. And fucking PvP Monster Hunter combat, what the hell? Not Monster Hunter, World of Warcraft. Jesus Christ. This fucking hunter with his Stampede ability. That was a fun ability when they had that. It was shit. Nobody used it because it was bad, but it was really fun seeing all your pets charge out at once. It's great. Dwemer? I mean, these aren't Dwemer. Nah, I was thinking of a hunter from World of Warcraft. He just reminded me of one. Ooh, loot. Thank you. Don't mind me. Oh, Christ. Hello there. I just knocked off the fucking side. Just Sola standing around. I hate Morrowind because of fucking cliff races. When I did the final Oblivion thing, the last episodes, like the last bit of Oblivion once we finished it, I played a bit of Morrowind. Because as I say, I've never finished Morrowind, so I played a little bit of it. And I enjoyed it. And one of the comments I got was, how the fuck am I able to hit enemies so much? I had no problem. I must have just built the character well, because like I was using a spear and I had absolutely zero problem poking cliff races to death. It wasn't a problem at all. Oh my god, I'm gonna get lost here so hard. My completionist brain is like, do all the things! Do all the things! Get everything! I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be here all day. I highly doubt we'll get through this entire DLC in one stream. It'll probably take a few. Maybe one over stream, but so between sessions I'll look in how to get the Nut King. I can't remember. Looking funny though. That's why I want Grey Wolf to fucking get. I might clip that actually when we do see that. Because the fucking Nut King is great. That's one Grey Wolf will appreciate. It's his sense of humor. This is stunning though. I think this is beautiful. Just the way the lighting works in this whole section is just really nice. Find all the Stanley Rhyme stuff? I have no idea what that's a reference to. Is this the Stanley Parable? Can't be. I played that game to death. Only those who believe may cross. Wait, is this an Indiana Jones It is. It's an Indiana Jones reference. Get out of my way. I believe. Let's go. Here's when we find the Nut King. I can say best game ever played was Oblivion, Monster Hunter and Dragon Age shooting games. I felt like Fallout New Vegas 3 and Far Cry. I like Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3 and Far Cry 3 and Saboteur. Never played the Saboteur. Stanley figurine, Stanley Lee, I've never. That was going right over my head. I don't like Fallout 3 personally. I like games shooting Sleeping Dogs, Watch Dogs. Never played those games either. Oh shit, this is the Nug King. Ah! Well that works out, doesn't it? Right. Right. Let me pause this. And let me put, No. No, we'll let this speak for itself. We'll let this speak for itself. So what we want to do is we want options, audio. Alright. You ready for this? This is the Nug King, I'm pretty sure. Ready for the best scene in the entire fucking game? There's one like this that I also love in the DLC. Here we go.
An altar for offerings?
Oh shit, do I need to find the offerings first? The cheese! The sacred cheese roll! Let's fucking go. They're so cute. I am so tempted to get a Nug plush. I am so tempted to get a Nug plush. They're so cute. I want one as a pet. Brave adventurer! You have come to the Nug Palace. We have heard great things about you, Inquisitor. The news travels even down here, to the realm of the Nug King.
Well, shit.
Your offering of the cheese is acceptable, Great Inquisitor. The Nug King is pleased. All hail the Inquisitor.
Are you putting me on trial?
The Nug King has heard that you have judged many yourself. And the Nug King is here to judge. You have killed many of the strange ones in East Tunnel.
Judged.
You have made the life of the Nug King more improved. The dramatic camera angle. More cute in some scripts in Star Wars. I know what you mean. What are those ones in oh shit, what's it called? Knights of the Old Republic, where they kind of they sneak on your ship and you have to get rid of them. A hot debate among Nug admirers is whether the king of the Paragon Ebian song was royalty of some kind or merely on an especially magnificent specimen of the breed. Every year, scholars, bards, and rodent enthusiasts bring offerings of cheese to the deep roads, hoping for a glimpse of the Nug King, who remains elusive. That was until the Great Inquisitor ran across the Nug King and saw it for himself. I love it. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. I love it. I don't know why, but in my head is, a brave adventure is waiting for you ahead. Hurry onwards, Lemmywinks, or you'll soon be dead. I think it was the voice I was putting on. It's very South Park. The road ahead is full of danger and strife. Push onward, Lemmywinks, with all of your might. Lemmywinks! 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 Jubble King. Imagine that, but with a Nug. When I encountered this scene the first time, I was baffled. I laughed my ass off. It took me about half an hour just sitting back just to appreciate that. I paused the game soon afterwards, went online and looked up people's reactions. It was glorious. Yeah, I love that, man. A grave adventure is waiting for you ahead. Push onward, Inquisitor, or you'll soon be dead. The road ahead is full of danger and strife. Push onward, Inquisitor, with all of your might. Inquisitor! He's the king. Like, what even is this? It is the greatest scene in the game. The only thing that comes close to its magnificence is the bird judgment scene in the DLC, like the other DLC. And if you know my sense of humor, you know that's me in a nutshell. That's another scene I'll probably end up clipping, just because it's funny. So I'll try and download this stream afterwards, just so I can clip that bit and upload it, because it's fucking glorious. I don't want anyone to miss that. I love, oh, fuck. No! Wait, who's up there? Ah, Varric, save us! There we go. Are you going to play Dragon Age Deadwolf? Your main character will become Inquisitor, or is the main character becoming a single... a worship, oh shit! I don't know really what Dragon Age Deadwolf will be. If it does come out and I do get it, I will be streaming my first playthrough, because I think that'll be fun. That being said, this is modern day BioWare and EA we're talking about. And because the game has been in development hell for a long time, I'm expecting it to be fucking awful. But we'll see. Because I'm expecting that game to be a disappointment. Because it's had like 3 games of build up so far. We've heard so much about the Imperium. We've heard so much about the Imperium. And they've set up so much, like Shayla's going there, Fengel's going there, there's a bunch of other things happening over there that I've forgot about off the top of my head. And they've set up so much, and it could be so fucking cool, because the Imperium is one of the most interesting locations in the game. I think Lyrian Veins were present also in DA2. They were, yeah. But they don't look like they do in this. They look legitimately mystical in this game. There's something else in here. But yeah, the goal is that when it does come out, if I am able to play it, like if it's on PC basically, if I'm able to stream it, I will buy it and I will play it. And if we have another Mass Effect Andromeda, then it will be a lot of fun ripping into it and moaning and whining and being angry. I'm sure people will enjoy that. People always enjoy that kind of thing. And it will be genuine. And if it is good, then I will be pleasantly surprised and very, very happy. So we'll see. Unfortunately, I'm hoping that when that does happen, though, they'll do what they did with Inquisition, and they'll allow us just to pick our origin. Because I think it's because of mods, but a few things changed in the save file for this. So, like, Hawk went from a woman to a man in between games for some reason. And on top of that, she went from, like, a snarky, joking character to a soft-hearted character, which is weird. So, there's been a few weird things. Morrigan doesn't have a child with the Warden in this game, and she should, because we romanced her in Dragon Age Origins. So there's some buggery that's happened with the save files, the import. So hopefully when Dreadwolf comes out, they'll allow us to go on Dragon Age Keep and properly change what we want to go in, so I can just manually change it. Because you can't do that with Inquisition, you can only do it with Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Origins. But yeah. Dude, I am so looking forward to the next Dragon's Dogma. Do you know when that's coming out? Honestly, oh shit! Nope, that didn't work. I honestly didn't expect to ever see a new Dragon's Dogma ever again. Because apparently there's like an MMO and whatnot in Japan, but we've never seen anything from it here ever again, which is a shame because it's great. I was interested to learn about the Vince after Dragon Age Origins, but after Dragon Age 2, Qunari are more interesting to me. Oh yeah, 100%. The biggest improvement Dragon Age 2 made from the series was the art style. Instead of being like generic Western fantasy number 10, they actually had a unique art style, and it's a nice one at that. It's like based on tarot cards. I really like it. And then the other thing they did was the Qunari. Not only the general redesign of the Qunari, which made them much cooler, but the general philosophy of the Qunari and the attitude is very interesting. You can understand why people would join them, because there is something about the Qunari's philosophy that is comforting. People will join it for the same reason people signed up for religion. Knowing your place, knowing this kind of thing, not needing to worry about the future, anything like that. Everything is there and ready to go, you know? It removes a lot of chaos from life. You know stuff. But on top of that, it is essentially glorified slavery. Oh, fuck, I didn't need to do that. It's essentially glorified slavery, which sucks, but there we go. But no, the Qunari is very interesting. I think it's coming out 2023 or 2024. That's fine by me. Hopefully later on in the year, because there's a few games I want to get through first. I also, once I've gone through the games that I want to play, I also want to buy the new Final Fantasy Theatrhythm game. I'm not huge into the Final Fantasy series, but I fucking love the Theatrhythm series. Because whilst I've never really been into Final Fantasy, the music of Final Fantasy is some of the best in the industry. And I love rhythm games, so... I've been a fan of them for a long time. So I'm really happy that there's a new one out on the Switch right now, but I've not bought it because what's the point? You know, by the time... In fact, I don't even own Iceborne for the PC. Because I played Monster Hunter on PlayStation. So when we get around... I've not bought it yet in hopes that by the time we get around to playing Monster Hunter World and Iceborne on PC, a sale will pop up and I'll be able to get it for cheaper before we actually stream it. So... What the fuck? Oh my god, no, fuck. Oh my god, I wanna do that. What's happened to the volume? I'm looking forward to it though. Dragon's Dogma was great. I've not looked into it whatsoever, I just know that it exists. And I'm hoping it takes cues from the first game. Like, Dragon's Dogma is one of the very few games I've actually played on the hardest difficulty. Solely because you get bonus shit by playing it that way. There's some unique items that you can only get from the difficulty being up there. And it starts off hard, but you get to the point in that game where you're just kicking ass, and the only thing that can stop you is, like, the big-ass dragon boss. Down the big hole at the end of the game. Why there are so many elves converted into Qunari philosophy since they don't really care about slavery. It's better than the alienage. It's true. Yeah. I think a lot of them find that the Dalish are a bit too wild as well. And I think there's a problem with the Dalish where they don't really accept city elves because they're kind of bastardizations of what, you know, the elves are. They find them an insult. It's kind of like a wolf looking at a dog and understanding, or a wolf looking at a pug and understanding what that is and how it got to that point. There's a level of shame and disgust that comes with it. Like, this is what they did to us. So I kind of get it, but yeah, it's not nice. Throughout DA series, there are very many elves who are looking up to Qunari. There are, yeah. They're probably the most common converts. I think part of it is to do with just how many elves have lost their history as well. A lot of elven history is just being completely shattered. Because they were slaves. And they were, they couldn't write it down. So a lot of their history is just being erased, essentially, to time. So I understand them going for that, because at least then they have some sort of purpose. Dragon's going to be released 2023-24 because it was announced in June 2022. I don't think it would come out this year then. Next year, maybe. Yeah, I'm most fan. Criminals from Dragon Age 2, yeah. Fenris is a particularly Qunari fanboy. Fanboy? Fenris? True. He admires some aspect of them, but Fenris is not exactly the most stable person. Anything that reminds him of fuck Tevinter is a good thing to him. Well, this doesn't look kosher. Or it does, depending on your perspective. It looks very kosher. Or very haram. It is haram. Rockstar GTA 6 will not be released because the tactic money is used to make DLC for 5 online and get money when people don't have any more. Yeah, true. I fell off the GTA series. The last one I legitimately enjoyed was San Andreas. I don't care about GTA anymore. I love Vice City and I love San Andreas, and that was kind of it for GTA for me. I didn't like GTA 4 because the controls were fucking awful. I found driving to be too arcadey, and it was just awful to drive. And 5 was okay. I didn't hate 5, but... You know the way South Park is like really self-aware and it works for it? GTA was like Bethesda commenting on its bugs. Where it's like, look guys, at a certain point, it's not endearing, it's frustrating. That you're aware that it's a problem and you think that it's cute. It's not cute. Where it's like GTA 5 was like, hey guys, look, we're in the joke. We're actually saying some smart things about society. We're stupid, but also very intelligent. Like, it was too kind of up its own arse in GTA 5. And I didn't really like it. It was okay. But, It didn't have the same charm as Vice City or San Andreas. This guy hits like a truck. Fenris knows Qunari language and the traditions a bit, but I think he even offers a challenger to the Arashok. Well, he knows the Qunari because due to being a slave for a Vint, the Vints and the Qunari have been at odds for a long time now. Guys, instead of fighting the endless amount of ads, perhaps you could help me against the main boss. It would be useful. Just a thought. This fucker. This fucker. This fucker. Thank you. So it's like, he knows the language because he'll be sent to spy against them a lot. Because it's just useful. In fact, it's probably very basic for a high-class member of the Imperium Society to have a slave that knows the Qunari tongue. I don't think it's not that he hates them, it's just like he hates the Vince, and that's why he has some level of respect for them. The best merchant is either the Black Emporium, the merchant at the start of this DLC, or if you're looking for the best items in the game, it's is it the Hissing Wastes? It's that one that I was showing you before. But that one you need the you can buy them outright, but you need the to craft them and make the best stuff. It's that the best armor for warriors is through this DLC. The warriors are different, but for rogues and mages, you want to make that crafted armor that you can get. Wario, Skyhold, Black Emporium DLC if you have one. And Dragon Age Inquisition did appear to Elves try to kill Iron Bull. Why not appear Qunari? Well, Iron Bull even says that. The reason why they sent the Elves to kill him, not the Elves, the Inquisition to kill him, was a warning. They weren't actually planning on killing him. Like, that was their way of letting him go. It was just a formality. Basically saying, look, you've been good to us and we do kind of respect you, but at the same time, you're Salvashoff now, so fuck you. We're gonna send this. That's a Qunari way of skirting the rules. Yeah. A simple formality. It's Qunari, it was the Qunari's way of kind of skirting the rules where they respected Bull because Bull has been a good warrior, a good spy for them for many years. But at the same time, and on top of that, they know he's a fucking amazing fighter, so they don't want to waste warriors on him. They don't want to waste Qunari, like actual Qunari soldiers on him. So they'll send Elves as basically an official, you're out of the group now, don't fucking return or we will kill you. But they were under no disillusions that they were actually going to succeed in killing him. So yeah, as Zephyr said, it was just a formality to kind of make the point. But yeah, as you can see with this character, I don't do a lot of damage. I rely on the other characters to do that. But what I am is fucking tough. And for a mage, I enjoy that. I had the similar playstyle in Origins. Except in Origins was because it was better because I could actually directly heal enemies. And I could wear heavy armor and shit. Fucking die already! Jesus Christ! Fucking Nora. Deep. Alright, where the fuck am I now? I am getting quite good at using dynamite, yeah. We've missed out a chunk, I think. Ah! That looked like a dead area up there. We'll have to come back here anyway. I'm hoping to reach a camp at some point.
Nothing like these dwarves is mentioned anywhere in memory.
I'm aware.
Prepare. Ren might still be alive.
Those weapons and armor, you have a better chance.
We need to stop the Earth we lose anyone else, Ren will not die in vain.
I kind of like to see cities Qunari in their homeland to know how it is. Buildings. I mean, the closest thing is you can get Qunari stuff in Skyhold. You can decorate it in Qunari stuff. Palvalon is the name of the main city, and I agree. I would love to see it. In fact, I think the best bit of DLC for Dragon Age 4, since it's going to be set into winter, will be the Qunari homeland. That's probably the best bit of DLC. So I'm hoping we do actually see that. If it's not part of the actual game, then in expansion stuff, like DLC stuff. God, you can tell my age from me calling it expansions. But that's what I'm hoping for. Like, even if the game is shit, just seeing the homelands of the Vince and the Qunari, if that's done reasonably well, then that would be worth something at the very least. A lot of dots around. That might be a camp. We'll find out soon enough. That's down there. That does look like an area that could be a camp. There's a marking over there as well. Look at the way Solus's robe seems to glow. It's like being in a club. Like the black light. That's up that way. Right, I've got a feeling that'll trigger a cutscene if I go down there. Let's go up here quickly and get that marked. Quite a find. What has she found? Oh, I thought that was a drop dead! What did, like, in Dragon's Dogma was part using the combat system, Shadow of the Colossus? Yeah, I mean, Dragon's Dogma was this gorgeous mix of a few different things. So it's like, it had Monster Hunter style combat, and it had an amazing fucking craft, like, what you call it? The armor system was really fun. I loved the way the armor system worked. I loved the character creating system. I loved the pawn system. The pawn system was a lot of fun, especially if you had somebody playing with you. But the ultimate thing was the Shadow of the Colossus climbing thing. So I play as the rogue a lot of the time with the bow and whatnot. So climbing around with that it's something else. It's such an experience. Like, you don't really get the same experience if you're playing as one of the warrior classes or the mage classes. That being said, I like the stat system in that game and the passive system. So at some point I will play all the classes and level them up to max so that I can unlock all those passives, because some of those passives are really good no matter what rate or what class you're playing. And you can mix and match them like a Final Fantasy job system. Really good. It's one of the things I loved about the Bravely Default. They had that. So like in Bravely Default, all the classes, the jobs, had passives that you unlock by leveling them up, and then you could mix those passives to make some really fucking OP characters. And that's what Dragon's Dogma did, and I love that system. It had like a really nice mixture of mechanics. But yeah. The only thing I really can complain about with Dragon's Dogma is the single save file, in all honesty. The other issue I have with it is the other classes aren't as fun because of the climbing. The most petty issue I have is they remove flying into free in the Dark Arisen version. And flying into free was fucking glorious. Flying into free. That being said, the lyrics spoil the story. If you actually listen to the lyrics of Flying into Free, they spoil the story. And considering this is the menu music, that's kind of stupid. thought they live in a tundra-like area. I mean, I think it's a jungle. I think they live in a tropical area next to Tevinter. They're neighbors. So, I don't know. We'll find out when the game comes out, I suppose. You alright there, Solus? Would you stop hanging out around the edge, you fuckers? Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. Well done, Varric. Well done, buddy. Fuck me. I'm surrounded by idiots. Buying Giant Inquisition is so fun. I do quite like them, yeah. It's similar to fighting a giant in Dragon's Dogma. I tell you one thing I didn't realize, actually. You know the Cyclops in Dragon's Dogma? That's actually an asset. They didn't make that for that game. You can just buy that asset. There's another game that came out that was like an asset flip. And it used that. And I thought it stole it from the game. But no, it's just an asset flip. Which is the first time I've ever seen that and recognized it from a AAA game. God, they're coming out of the goddamn walls! I never played... The only Assassin's Creed game I ever played was the first one. It was okay. And I tried playing the second one and was bored stiff. I've never played any of the others. I do own the Viking one. I've not played it yet, but I do own it. Because that setting in particular is really, like, it's my thing. So... yeah, I'll probably end up playing that at some point, but I've not played Black Flag or any of them outside of the first one. I've heard it's very good, yeah. Whatever the new Viking one is, though, I own that one. I actually own a lot of them. I think I own all of them. Or at least most of them on PC, due to a Steam bundle I got at one point. Oh my god, will you all die already? Jesus Christ. I did like Assassin's Creed, the only one I didn't like was 2 and Bloodline. Bloodline was the Roman one, wasn't it? What one was the Roman one? Fuck me, this is precarious. Oh my god, where the fuck are you all coming from? That's an interesting take, because everyone thinks Assassin's Creed 2 is the best. Yeah, that's what I've heard, and I just found it boring. I mean, truth be told, I think what it was is I played through 1, and it was okay, but it never really struck me. Like, I didn't get a lot out of it. And I played 2, and it was kind of more of the same, just a little bit better. And I never finished it. I just got so bored with it. I just don't think it's my kind of game. So I never bothered with the series after that. Though I did buy the Viking one, because the setting appeals to me. Oh god, there's a fucking fly in this room. Fuck off. I'm gonna have to empty that bin behind me, I think. I've got like apple cores in there and whatnot, and if we're getting flies around now, there are a certain time around this year, a certain time in England, like you don't have to worry about a lot of things like that because you know it's cold most of the time and rainy. so insects aren't really that big of a deal. But as soon as it starts to warm up, the insects are like, oh my god, we exist! Let's go! And they're fucking everywhere. And we're hitting that time now. So, I think once I finish streaming for today, the first thing I'm going to do is empty that bin behind me. Because if we're getting insects around, then I'm not risking that being a anything other than a dry bin. Like bits of cardboard and things. But yeah, I'm not going to say that they're bad games, they're just not for me. I really liked Far Cry 3. I enjoyed that game a lot. But that was also the first Ubisoft game like that I played in years. And the one I fucking loved, which I know isn't common to say, but Far Cry Primal I fucking loved. But that being said, I like tribal stuff, so if you ever played, like, if you ever saw me in World of Warcraft and ESO, like my favorite D&D class is a barbarian, put it that way, like, you'll notice a running theme with me. I like tribal stuff, so Far Cry Primal was right up my alley, from a thematic standpoint, right up my alley. I loved it. That's probably my favorite, like, outside of Stick of Truth and Fractured But Whole, Primal's probably my favorite Ubisoft game. I also have Blood Dragon, which is also my kind of thing. However, when that game came out, it had so many fucking problems that I never played it. Alright, there's gotta be something I'm doing wrong here, because these fuckers just keep coming back and back and back and back and back. Because this is just going on forever. No, this is part of it. Fucking hell. Do you like games offline or online RPG? I'm gonna say offline. I play MMOs, but I play them solo most of the time. I will join guilds occasionally, but it's very rare. So, games like, Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous is fucking incredible. One of the best CRPGs ever made. Kingmaker's pretty good, but I understand why people got pissed off with the management systems. Pillars of Eternity. If you're interested in, like, Greek gods and that style of thing, Pillars of Eternity is fucking amazing. From a sheer story and lore point of view, I got heavily into that game's universe. I love the whole concept of the way the souls work and so on and so forth. There's a very consistent nature in that game that works. Pillars of Eternity is fan-fucking-tastic, and Pillars of Eternity 2 is the best pirate game I've ever played. So games like that really appeal to me. You have to hold out? How? Like over here. Hold out. Just, like, keep fighting the fuckers? I tried to play online RPG like Albion Online. I didn't like Robert. Oh, Albion Online, like, Albion Online was a fucking bore fest. All you do in that game is, just craft shit. You farm shit and you craft shit. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna just play Minecraft or Terraria. At least I get something out of it at the end of the day, instead of just being ganked by a pre-established team and losing all my progress. Did not like that game. How do I hold out then? Do I just have to keep fighting them until it's over? Or should I do this? My heroes never die! Yeah, I'd rather play offline games as well. I do like some online games, like Elder Scrolls Online is my coffee game right now. Which basically means I just chill out and do a bunch of dailies in it, and I play the new content when it comes out, and that's kind of it. But I'm not in a guild, I don't do trials or anything like that. I tried to play Destiny Online, but I thought... Oh, that game was funny, because Destiny was a lot of people's first MMO experience, so they actually got a lot out of it. But if it wasn't your first MMO, it was a very bare bones experience. Especially coming from Halo. Like, Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, ODST, Halo Reach. I loved Halo Reach, but it's like, after coming from Halo, fucking Destiny was just so hollow. I feel like we're committing genocide right now. Oh my god, there's more of them? Oh, fuck. Right, give me a minute. Ah, fight through them. Right. Do I just keep going? Let me have a quick look. Dragon Age Inquisition. Not progressing. In the gameplay, objective charge to defeat the remaining enemies, but there is none visible. However, the radar shows a red dot in the water. Maybe an enemy fell in there, but I can't attack it. Apparently a lot of people are struggling with the Guardian as well. Right, let's have a look around, because I'm not progressing through this bullshit. It's kind of annoying me now, because we're just stood here killing enemies all day. Try to run off the barricade and do something about it. Alright. Will do. Surely with the blast we wouldn't need everyone on, but okay. I guess they keep spawning so you can get more of them. Ah, you're right. Alright, now I just need to finish the rest of them off. Alright, we would have been there absolutely all day if I didn't do that. Cool. Alright, you bint. Fuck you. I have enough of your shenanigans. My first game online was Rome Total War. I think mine was... It must have been World of Warcraft. Yeah, it would have been World of Warcraft. That's probably my first online game. I had other games, but I never went online with them. Like, I played Monster Hunter for years and never went online. Neverwinter Nights had a massive online component that I never bothered with. I've not played Atomic Heart yet, but I do want to play it. It looks good. I've got one friend that enjoys it. It seems like a pretty good AA style game. So I'm currently waiting for it to go on sale. If I can get it for like 20-30 quid, then I'll pick it up, but I'm not paying like a full price for it. That's the longest moment in the DLC, right? I could have been there all day. The fucking description wasn't exactly very helpful at all. It wouldn't surprise me if I got stuck there the last time I played as well. I've not heard of Pathologic. I've actually been out of the loop with games for a little bit now. I don't focus on new releases. I even said to myself this year that I'm only gonna buy like big fucking games that I'm super excited for. And I'm just gonna go through my backlog this year. Because my backlog is colossal. Right, what have we missed? We missed stuff back up there. But we'll come back for that. There's the camp. Bandabby Dozy. What I need to save about now. Ancestors, that's that ape one, isn't it? I've been interested in that one. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I have been interested in that. Whoa, look at that. It's pretty good. I think I'll give that to Cole. Lyrium infused staff. Not better than that, but we're getting there. Yeah, that game I've had my eye on for a while. In fact, I was planning on buying it, but then it ended up on the Epic Store, so it kind of missed my radar at that point. But I love the idea of it. It's a really cool concept. Yeah, I definitely want to play that at some point.
The attacks are getting worse.
I am. I like a lot of Surrealist art. I don't know about video games,
Sure, they pass.
but I do like a lot of Surrealist art.
Punished. Assuming
As long as it's not modern Surrealist art.
We're the others who aren't allowed to.
Because modern art just means basically shit, but with a point slapped to it.
I wonder what makes the warriors pure.
You spent long enough this far down, reason might not be your strong suit.
they do wear sealed armor to protect themselves from impurities.
You found Paragon Garal's book near a damaged lyrium mine, and the new earthquakes destroyed your body.
But why would they want to destroy the lyrium bodies?
I'm gonna look up Pathologic, I'm curious. Part of the reason I like games like Pillars of Eternity is the whole, Oh, it's a classic! The art style is cool. There's a new one coming out. It reminds me of Xenoclash. It's like a gothic version of Xenoclash. The art style is made by the same people. Calling me intrigued. The art style is very interesting. I will look into that. Thank you.
Titans, the Shabbatal. This could be more than anything we expected.
For all the Taperit's knowledge, I know so little. This reads like a final warning. We must be nearing the source.
Alright. So we've got a camp now, have we? What time is it? Almost 10. Oh, damn. We've been down in the depths for a while now. Alright, well we've got ourselves a camp. So let's scoodle on do up to the top. And let's clear away some of that rubble. Alright, so the deep roots. The deep roots. Alright, we've done all that. This is good. We have done all that, haven't we? Completed. Cool. Yeah. Hey there, Grey Wolf. You missed the Nugs. We met the King of the Nugs. We got the Easter egg as well, considering the fact that we, it's Easter's coming soon. As far as I'm aware, most of these are alright. That's just a repeated one. I think I'm alright with this. I could be wrong. Yeah, that's just one I can repeat. Okay. Right, I've probably got a shit ton of stuff in my inventory now, haven't I? 80, yeah. Right, let's get rid of a bunch of the shit that we're not going to need. Oh my Christ, right, okay. Right, I tell you what we'll do. We'll go to Skyhold, and we'll sort this out. We might actually have some stuff that we want to give to peeps. I did. We'll watch the vid, be listening to our neighbours arguing across the street. It's been funny to hear. Fair enough. Let me guess, war table missions are for these stupid gears? I don't think so. Well, some of them, yeah. You get to go in extra places, but yeah, they're mainly for collectibles. Right. I don't think any of them is going to repeat Iron Bull's weapon. Whoa, I stand corrected. That being said, I'd rather have shit explode, so we're going to get rid of them. Varric, Solus. Nah, we're good. That is quite the difference. Alright, she can have that. Suits her as well. Nope. Blackwall. Dorian. Nope. We're good. That's everything now, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. Armor. Iron Bolt. Nope. And Cole can have that. Yeah, it's miles better. What about you, Varric? You're good in that. Sarah? You might as well have that as well. You know what? No, I'm gonna give you that. Just because this stuff and it's a little bit better. Yeah. Cassandra, we don't need any of this. We got the Vitar. Cowl of the Pure! Ooh. I think I'm going to give him that. Yeah, you can have that. And she can have that. I can sort out the colours later. Vestments of the Pure. That is a mage only thing. Solus. That is pretty better than what he's using. Vivian. Yeah, Solus is the weakest link here. He can have that. Cool. Accessories. Whoa, ring a critical chance? Ooh, I don't like fucking around with the rings, but... Right, I've already got a lot of this stuff then, haven't I? Right, there's that sorted. I can always sort the way they look like later. Let me guess, what do sell its stuff in the DLC is valuable? It really pains me when I'm with blue background. It's better than my equipped item with purple background. No, right? Oh, the balcony key? I could not tell you that. I know it's there somewhere. We did that ages ago. I wish I could help you with these questions more, but I really don't know the game that well. Internal Borderlands colour scheme. Alright, Varric. Solus. Blackwall. We should be able to open another one of those gates now. We've got plenty of those things. Let's have a look. Yeah, that. Can I get back up that way? Let's have a look. It would kind of suck if I've got to go through the whole fucking thing again just to open that. We'll find out. I think we'll be alright. In fact, if I remember correctly, I don't get to that one this way, do I? I get to that one via this method, don't I? Oh, down here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Right, it's up here. Here we go. This is where I want to go. Ah, here it is. I wonder if this is the last one to open then. We'll find out. Well, we got some friends in here. Haha! Frosty and Bernie at the same time. A tale of ice and fire. There's the last one of them. At least for now. I don't know if there's any more of them. Open the 5th gate. Where's the next gate then? We open them all. Wonder if it's down there. Can't remember if there's any more gates further down. Go. Why won't you die? Fucking hell. Right. Good shit. The fuck is this music? Fuck. It's not doing it now. That's annoying. Oh, now you're doing it. Right. Right. We wanna get here now. We wanna just go down. And we wanna go make sure that we've done the shit that we missed last time. Doesn't look like we need to go all the way down the long way with this, which is good. We can just jump in and get the transition screen. This fucking music is so stupid. What? It's still doing it? What's with the beeps? Oh my god, okay. It's like somebody saying fuck all the time and they're being censored. What we got? We'll go with that. That'll do us. Alright. Let's rock and roll again. It's fucking dark in here.
Stay together. It's easy to get lost down here.
Yeah, no shit. We should at least have other paths that we can go now. Oh no, swearing. We never swear on this channel. Never. We're very, very, you know, family friendly around here. Very family friendly. We don't say cook or fuck or cunt or bastard or twat any point. We're not that kind of channel. I see the light. Ah, you can see a bridge built over there. Nice. It is funny that tricks you into thinking like it's like a massive gorge. Very Christian channel, yeah. Very Christian. The most Christian of channels. I mean, this is fucking Christian. It comes from the Christian faith. It's not the side people tend to side with, but it comes from the Christian faith. Don't you, buddy? Like Final Fight in DS2 Legacy. When the party members are doing dumb things. Did we go past? No, it's up here. Alright. Here we go. We got a bridge now. Look at us. Isn't this where we've already been? Or is that somewhere else? We'll find out, I suppose. Oh no, we've got peeps. Let's go! I mean, yes, technically, it's an angel, or am I wrong? In Dragon Age 2 Legacy. Oh, that. I mean, technically, yeah. If we're talking about Satan, Satan is an angel. Fallen angel, but he is an angel. It's weird because, like, Beelzebub, Baphomet, and Satan are not necessarily the same character. They're not necessarily the same being. But because of the influence of Christianity, they've all been kind of melded into one. I can't quite remember the mythology with all of it, but I know Beelzebub is something completely different. I think that's Sanskrit. But Satan is an angel. That statue is Baphomet, which is not necessarily the same thing, but sometimes it is. It's used by the Satanic Church. It varies. I must say, I do kind of hate how fucking tanky these fuckers are. It's kind of insane. I like how I've said that and you're like, they're so tanky even on level 24. That's so annoying. Yeah, they're ridiculous. I organically said that before I noticed you typed that. I like that. We're on the same page here. It's like a fucking mini-boss every single time we fight one of these things. Come on, you bugger. It probably doesn't help that they're dwarves, so they're probably resistant to magic. Lucifer is about old angel who make rebellion. And Antichrist is angel, sane but weak, because was banished from hell and did return to torture all humans. In Old Testaments, they call Lucifer King Ebu. That's cool. Yeah, it's one of those things. In fact, I even forgot about Lucifer being a name as well. I forgot completely about Lucifer being a thing. But yeah, it is interesting. It's like, there's a Filipino, vampire creature called an Aswang. Now, Aswangs are like a mixture between vampires, werewolves, and witches. However, whilst Aswang used to mean one general thing. Over time, it's come to mean a variety of different creatures. So, in essence, it's much used in the same way as the term Fae from British mythology, or furry from British mythology, or yokai from Japanese mythology. A swan can mean a whole manner of things, and it's thought that the reason why that happened, and in fact it's thought that the reason why the depictions of said creatures changed dramatically is because of the Christian conquistadors that were attacking the Philippines. But the Aswangs are interesting. There's all kinds of different ones. And it does seem like some of them have just come over from more Christian-based stories. Or what's happened is they've heard the tale of the Aswang. And fuck me, these are tanky. They've heard the tales of the Aswang, and they've altered. They've taken aspects of them, and it's changed to such a degree that what was once a single creature has morphed into different ones. So it's kind of like mermaids and sirens. What's a siren? Like, picture to yourself, what is a siren? And you'll probably come up with a mermaid, right? They're not mermaids. They're supposed to be birds, not fish women. They're supposed to be bird women, akin to harpies. That's what sirens are supposed to be. But they were depicted as fish people once, and because that was a far more popular depiction, a more likable looking depiction, then it kind of stayed. So at this point in popular depictions, sirens and mermaids are kind of interchangeable. The only difference is when it comes to sirens, they're far more likely to use that hypnotic singing, where sometimes they just give that to mermaids as well. But yeah, sirens and mermaids are not the same thing, but they're often depicted that way. Also, sirens could be male, but you never really see that anymore. They're always depicted as women now. Let's quick save the game. We'll check some of that gear, actually. We'll have that. Stonestalker mask. Do you know how there's a forbidden book? If you read it, you can summon demons. I don't know much about the book, just people talking about the book being a danger. Yellow Lines, Old Testament. Is this Christian stuff? Mythology? I know there's something like that in this series, you see, that's why I'm asking. We already have demons in this game. I'm not sure. It wouldn't surprise me if such a book was talked about. Would not surprise me at all. I think it's all is this time Old Testament. Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, but I'm not entirely sure. It sounds like the Necronomicon. But the concept of the Necronomicon, I believed, was derived by Lovecraft. I think he's the one that came up with that. Could be wrong, he could have got it from Christianity. But now, a lot of this stuff's really fucking interesting. And it's interesting how a lot of it gets merged between time. Like, one I was talking to with Peps recently is Kerninus, who has a multiple of different names depending on where you live. Fuck. Okay, we're okay. He's also been called the Green Man, the Horn Gods, things like that. I think Pan... No, Pan's a different character. No, Pan might be the same. But he's essentially a god of wilderness and hunters and shit like that. I actually have a statue of him downstairs. In the living room. Kerninus. I never read the Bible, so I'm pretty useless knowing. I've read bits. I've never read the whole thing, but I have read bits. It's hard to read. It is hard to read because it's like reading Shakespeare or H.P. Lovecraft, but far worse, because you really need to kind of understand how they write. Because the whole... in fact, I've actually compared listening to Alex Jones like reading the Bible, because he speaks in the same way. He speaks in so much metaphor that it's hard to kind of know what the fuck he's talking about unless you already have pre-established knowledge of what the fuck he's talking about. And religious text is a lot similar. You kind of need to know what the fuck they're already talking about in order to understand most of the time. Fucking nightmare. Oh god. Really? Oh fuck, mate. Right. Okay. These are back. Fuck, 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 fuck. Don't get Pep started on religion. Why? Does he hate it? I'm not exactly a fan of religion either, but I find the more historical, mythological aspects of it interesting. I don't believe in it, but I find it interesting. But I've always been interested in things like mythology. It's actually why I got into the Shin Megami Tensei series years ago, because Shin Megami Tensei was really interesting because you kind of got loose interpretations of a lot of mythological creatures from all over the world. Everything from Jack Frost from British mythology to Mara from Buddhist mythology, you know, angels from Christian mythology, various yokai from obviously Japanese mythology. It's really cool, really cool. You've got Sanskrit stuff, you've got fucking Nordic stuff. I can always ask a friend from work how to read it. I've been tempted to read it a few times. They're easy enough to buy. The problem with buying the more modern versions of it as well is, again, it's interpretation. And I'd rather read, like, the more legit one. Because then it's down to figuring out the initial intention of a lot of it. Some people believe Angel is alien from another dimension. I mean, it's possible. I mean, isn't that basically what the Mothman is? The Mothman could very easily be construed as an alien. You would get an essay and a rant, goddamn. I used to hate religion, like, back in the day. On this platform, when the whole thing was like atheists versus Christians, you had people like, you know, Venomfang X, Aaron Ra, the Amazing Atheist, Thunderfoot, Richard the Dick Coughlin 666. I'm very much dating my YouTube pedigree here, but Venomfang X was one of the big Christians, and there was all sorts like Matt Dillahunty. Atheist versus Christian stuff. Obviously, I remember the atheists more than I do the Christians, because that was my side. But, I used to despise religion because of some of the awful shit these people would say. And you can still see some remnants of that today when conservatives talk about homophobia, homosexuality and things like that. I think a lot of it's very vile. In terms of how they talk about it. They treat it like these people have a defect. Like they have a cancer of the brain. I'm not a fan. And a lot of that comes mixed in with religion and, you know, so forth. But over time, I'm like, yeah, okay, some people believe in shit. So long as they're not an asshole to people, I don't really care. And the majority of people you meet who are religious, they're fine. Like, my mother believed in God and whatnot. Like, they're fine. It's just the people who push it on people and get extremely judgmental. Especially on Apple Books and the audiobook version of the complete Old Testament. It's £2, not bad. Pretty good. Although you can't put a price on the Word of God. But apparently you can, it's £2. Apparently it's not selling as well as it used to. Here we go, the best of balls. Why does this music work in this area for some reason? Hello! Oh my god, I actually hate fighting these at this point. It's like it's like fighting a dragon every time. Oh yeah, I saw you post about seeing Mario Brothers, by the way. You're right. It might not be the best day to do it. I'll make a response properly after stream. But you're right. Considering it's Easter, it might not be a good day to do it because it's going to be absolutely jam-packed with kids. So it might be best to wait until next week. Peps is atheist and I'm Christian. We're still very good friends. It's just about respecting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's as long as people aren't a dickhead about it. As I say, I used to fucking hate it. I used to be far, far worse than I am now. Like, Grey Wolf will remember me back in the day when it comes to this shit. I used to be far, far worse than I am now. But I've got to the point. Like, I think what it is, in recent years, like, I've been a lifelong atheist. But in recent years, I mean, I've always found myself drawn to aspects of, like, paganism and Wicca, things like that. Tarot cards, astrology, all that kind of shit. I've never really believed in it, but I've always felt drawn to it. And in recent years, I've just thought, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to embrace it. And I have found, as much as it pains me to admit it, because it goes completely against my general mentality with this stuff, if I am honest, I've had experiences with this shit where it's like, way too often has shit aligned. I mean, it could just be that I'm looking for patterns, and because I'm looking for patterns, I'm seeing them. It might just be that. There's a decent chance that's all it is. But in recent years, I've kind of embraced it, and it's being so consistent, it's hard to deny that I do think there's some truth to it. But at the same time, I'm uncomfortable saying that because I don't like believing in something that has no definitive proof. I've always been uncomfortable with that. So. Alien doesn't mean a living being from another planet. That doesn't make a sense since I've never seen a planet that can take billions or trillions of souls without problems. We're wise to wait until after Easter holiday, about 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, that's fine with me. Well, earlier you said you were drawn to lore. True. I've always been drawn to mythology and shit like that. Always. As a kid, I didn't read storybooks. I read books on both the real world. So for Christmas, I'd get books on dinosaurs. I'd get books on wildlife and nature, and I'd also get books on mythology. A lot of them, in terms of the prehistoric stuff, is way out of date at this point. But I had my head in a book all the time as a kid, and it was always books like that. So books on various mythology, like dragons and, you know, salamanders and all that kind of shit. And then books on real life stuff, like animals and dinosaurs and shit like that. I've always been drawn to it. And you can tell from, like, my favorite stuff, like, I love fantasy. It all kind of mixes together and correlates. So, yeah. I find it... I'm not a fan of, like, believing in something that I can't prove, but I've always found this kind of stuff fun. I've found, like, the woo stuff fun for a long time. I just couldn't say I believed in it, but I would be lying to say that there's not a part of me that does believe at this point. Which is weird for me, but yeah. I got a lot better at reading books in the last few years. I went the opposite way. I love books. I've got piles and piles of them that I've never read because I play video games instead. Because a lot of the video games I play are like heavy RPGs with a lot of reading anyway. Like, again, I mentioned before, Path of Exile, not Path of Exile, Pillars of Eternity and Pathfinder. Both of them contain a lot of reading. Up there. Fun fact about people in Old Testament, they're not called dinosaurs, they're called beasts. Or dragons, yeah, I know that. Or some creature they not know. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Dinosaur just means ferocious lizard or something like that. That was just the term that they came up with and it stuck. Oh, fuck. I missed that one. We'll come back for that later. But yeah, dinosaur is just a term that stuck. It's kind of difficult to kind of differentiate what a dinosaur is. Because it's like, what's it called? The pterosaurs, like the flying ones, they're not actually dinosaurs. They're something different. Same for a decent amount of the aquatic life as well. It's actually, QI has this show called There's No Such Thing as a Fish. It's a podcast. And it's actually kind of funny. They did it on one episode of QI. Where, technically speaking, there is no such thing as a fish. Like, fish as a definition doesn't exist. It's just what we call animals. Now, we all have a basic understanding of what a fish is. You know, as I say fish, you can see it in your mind's eye. But the actual, in writing, what a fish is, doesn't actually exist. And we call all kinds of things fish that aren't actually fish. I have trouble with my dyslexic when it comes to reading. I've had to digest, it's hard to digest, but I've gotten better last few years by figuring out my strengths and weaknesses. Oh yeah, you've got miles better, man. You read the Silmarillion so fucking quick. That's an impressive read. That is an impressive read. Not just because of its length, but because of the subject matter. That's an impressive read. Stop pushing me off the edge! Fuck off! Guys, don't be stupid. But no, like, the method you use to read and get through a lot of this stuff, it's impressive. I used to read a lot more when I was younger. The internet ruined me. As soon as I got the internet, that was it. I wasn't really into gaming that much as a kid either. I played a few games. I played some on the Atari, some on the PlayStation. But overall, I wasn't really big into games. I played the odd one, but it wasn't really my main thing. So most of my entertainment... I didn't even go outside that much, so most of my entertainment was reading. But that changed later on down the line. Most amazing people in New Testament had no difficulty speaking Greek. That's interesting. That is interesting. Is the language they would speak at the time, is it a very similar language? You know, like, French and Spanish are very similar. Are you, is an ADD? I just started meds for that, because I struggle to read books. It's not because I'm dyslexic, I just can't keep interested. I mean, that whole thing is kind of difficult to say, because I'm a little bit dubious about those kind of diagnoses, because, I know for a time in America, it was very trendy to medicate kids that didn't show interest, as if they should naturally have interest in this and not be kids and want to run around like any other like young animal would, you know. But because of the way it works, we feel as if we should shove as much information down their gullet as possible, and if they don't show interest in that, then there's something must be wrong with them. So because of that history, I'm a little bit dubious about that kind of thing, but it's up to it would be up to him whether he would want to look into that or not. It's always a possibility. And if you do have anything like that, then knowing helps, because then you can figure out ways of dealing with it. It's like me and autism. Like, I'm autistic. Asperger's, they used to call it. But now it's just been lumped into autism. And because I found out at such a young age, it was helpful. I found a cup. Am I really just getting a fishing rod? What, a kingfisher staff? The mage called the Kingfisher visited the Deep Roads during the Ancient Age, casting lures into underground lakes in hopes of hooking the elusive blind Tedrava. The wily swimmer never took the bait, but the mage's staff had caught many a poor soul in the creature's since. That's funny. That's funny. It's a nice little joke weapon there, like that. Nah, it's not ADD. I've been diagnosed with dyslexic at a very young age. I just found a way to help me. Years of figuring it out. Yeah, makes sense. I still struggle, but not as bad as I used to. I mean, it's kind of like me with autism as well. Like, there's still aspects of it that are a major hurdle, namely the social anxiety. But overall, I'm doing way better than I used to. Like, way better. So, I'm personally speaking about myself. I am very, very lucky in with autism. I know several people who are far worse than I am. I also know one guy who is very, very, very better, like good, very, very better. Far, far, far better than I am in terms of the social interaction and the social anxiety. He's fucking amazing at it. He's a natural socialite. But at the same time, I also feel as if he doesn't have my same understanding of social cues. Because one of the things I took interested in is people and communications and perspectives and all that kind of thing. So I naturally took an interest in words, and self-expression and all this kind of thing, which helps with communication. Oh, fuck off, we're not doing this. No, fuck off. Which helps. So, well, I feel as if a lot of the time, I think he doesn't understand social cues quite as well. So whilst he is social, I think he also gets himself in situations that maybe annoys people a little bit. That being said, I'm sure I do the same thing. I'm sure I annoy people. I often feel like I annoy people. Because I know I can be very obnoxious, especially when I have something stuck in my craw. I have to work not to be that way. And again, this is something Peps and Grey Wolf can tell you. "33 in a week. I'm 33 now." The funniest thing is that our evolution has turned the other way around. It's 2023 and almost nobody can speak Portuguese or Greek, but they can easily speak English, while a person lives before Christ or after Christ has no difficulty speaking other languages. It's kind of weird. Maybe try Pomodoro technique. Oh, that's the way you do it. Yeah, that's interesting. That is one technique that I've considered looking into because it's done absolute wonders for Grey Wolf. I've been in conversations with him before about how he does this, and it's such a cool method that seems to be able to let you get through so much stuff. Yeah, if the next time I study something, that's definitely the method I'm going to try and use. I'm definitely looking into that at some point. I do recommend that. I mean, maybe it was kind of like music, where you don't need to speak the language in order to understand the point in music a lot of time, right? So even if you're listening to music of a completely different language that is utterly foreign to you, there's a decent chance that you can actually understand the moods, the feelings, if not the actual story of the song, but the feelings that the artist wanted to get across. There's a decent chance that you can understand that, though not the lyrics. Like people say, like, music is a universal language. So maybe in the case of The Faith, it wasn't necessarily the words that mattered, it was the actions of the faithful that drew others to follow. Over time, we're able to communicate, and the ability to communicate also introduces more nuance and difficulty understanding. Because now we can communicate cultural differences, and those cultural differences can really tear people apart. This is a stunning bit of DLC. If only they told me in flipping school, taught me before that, I would have done better learning. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I regret my conduct in school. I gave up. By the time that was around, I just gave up. I didn't care. I was just going through the motions until they let me leave. I have become, at the risk of sounding pretentious, because I don't honestly think that I am intelligent. I think I'm the dumbest one in the room usually. But I've become far more intelligent and skilled since leaving school. School really didn't teach me anything. Legitimately, school didn't teach me anything. It's an outdated system. Though that being said, from what I've seen from my cousins, a lot of it has improved since we were in school. So, at least.
Ever since we came down here, deep roads have felt different. We've been looking at the Titan the wrong way. It isn't like us.
It's huge, big enough to change the world around it.
We can't see the Titan.
Because we're on it.
Because we're inside it.
Oh, okay. We're inside the Titan, guys. Kinky. Yeah, we're gonna summon Azeroth.
If I don't survive, Orzammar must know the truth.
I won't fall while Corypheus is still a threat.
I've been years and years trying different ways to adopt with my dyslexia when it comes to learning, but I would say I've done better learning now than I did back then. You've done amazing, man. I'm not just being nice to you. You've done amazing. The way you're able to just like study and absorb a lot of the shit through this technique that you found, it's fantastic. It really is. Even college was useless with me. Yeah, I agree. I learned shit in college. I really did. Like, I learned a lot about photography in college. But a lot of that was through my own practice. And even then, I feel as if I'm really shit compared to other people. It's like, I can do photography, but I couldn't remotely tell you how. If you know what I mean. Like, I can't really use the technical terms behind it And even then, like, I've not done it properly since, like, 2019. So, I've lost it. Like, I mentioned on Facebook a few months back, like, I've lost it. I'm terrible at it now. I really am. And I've lost my passion for it as well. I don't really care about photography anymore. I've lost my passion for it. I'm sure if I started doing it again, and I got one good photograph, that passion would come rushing back. Or at least one decent photograph. But I've just not felt it for a while now. I think it's been replaced by gardening. It's still nature-based. But I do think it's been replaced by gardening at this point. Whoa. 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 Me too, to be honest. I think people before Christ and after Christ were smarter. We're smarter now. People seem to only know basics. Nobody knows or asks who is Socrates. Seriously, it seems education in countries... I think the problem is, like, education standards are different. Like, for example, one thing, if I wanted to Google Socrates right now, I could. To be honest, I actually can't remember who Socrates is. He's a philosopher, isn't he? I recognize the name, and I'm sure because I'm interested in that kind of thing, I'll remember some of the teachings and the phrases, but I can't from the top of my head remember who he is properly. But if I wanted to know that, I could just Google. That's the problem. We don't really need to remember this shit anymore because we've got the internet at the palm of our hands all the time. We have these with us all the time. We don't need this stuff anymore. So I feel as if a lot of people have kind of failed and faulted themselves faulted in learning because we don't need to. We live in a digital age now where people are carrying computers and the internet around with them 24/7. On top of that, like, a lot of practical stuff is gone. There's still a lot of people in manufacturing and building that need that kind of stuff, but they're more specialized. A lot of education now is around technological stuff, like coding and all that kind of thing. So it's a different world, and a lot of this stuff that was once considered valuable is not valuable anymore. Especially since we can just look it all up when we need to. Socrates was something that kept my attention. It was a subject to fill credits at Versity. Well, I really enjoyed it. A philosopher in ancient Greece, I think. Yeah. I must have heard some of this thing. Because I am interested in... I've got a very... armchair interest in philosophy. I'm interested in it, but at the same time, I'm too stupid to really grasp a lot of it. Unless I consider it myself. So, for example, I've thought along lines of... I've thought about things that I didn't have words for, only to find out later on down the line that these thoughts have existed prior, and even have, like, things named after them. So, for example, the closest thing that, to my worldview, is absurdism, which basically means that, there's no God, there's no point in life, we just exist. Now that's nihilism. Where absurdism changes is that it recognizes that despite the fact that there is no purpose, we as people need purpose. We need to feel that like we matter. We need to feel like what we are doing here means something. And if we don't have that, we go insane. We lose our mind, we lose the will to live. It's all downhill from there. So, absurdism recognizes in that viewpoint's reality, whilst also recognizing the reality of our own psyche. And so we embrace the absurd. We're like, okay, we're gonna come up with a point, even if it's absurd and there isn't one, we're gonna convince ourselves that there is one in order to basically stay around. That's my personal outlook. And I didn't know it had a name until I ran into absurdism. I think you'd get a lot out of it, Grey Wolf. I really do. Philosophy is very interesting. Though, I would stay away from Reddit. If you want philosophy to be fucking ruined for you, stay away from forums. Because they are full of pretentious shitheads that think they know the fucking universe because they've done a bit of reading on Google. Like, at least I'm fucking self-aware enough that I know basically nothing. I'm intelligent enough to know that I'm fucking stupid. Do you know Frank Sinatra was very famous? The singer. I know he was in a lot. He was more than just a singer. He was deemed the father of philosophy in a lot of that subject. That's really interesting. I've either heard about that and forgotten about it, or I never knew that. For me, Socrates was the father of sarcasm and debating. Sounds like my kind of man. I just borrow my mum's books. I mean, go for it. Like, a lot of this philosophy stuff is old. So, anything that you could find now, you could find from them. Do you remember the rat in the cartoon? In cartoon Sing? Where music's when Sing's music, I did it with my... Oh, I've never seen the movie Sing. But I know what movie you're talking about. But I never saw that. But no, I'm aware of Frank Sinatra as a singer. He's considered one of the greatest singers of all time. Very classic. Not my kind of music, personally. Ew. My kind of music can best be described as folk music, power metal, and synthwave. I like a bit of country, but that's just because I like folk music. When I say country, I mean like folk music country, not corporate country. Which is the same caveat pretty much everyone has for country music. I fucking hate rap. I'm not a big fan of R&B either. Much for the same reason that a lot of Americans hate country. Because I've been overexposed to it. Pop, I vary on. I used to listen to a lot of pop when I was younger. Until I discovered rock music. And then I was forever changed. Looks like we're going to be saving the climax of this until next stream. We've only got a bit left, but we're going to go to the end. I'll just say that this has been an extremely entertaining stream for me. I really enjoy these topics, legitimately. I really enjoy these topics, and it's nice to have a conversation or a back and forth with someone who does as well. So, thank you. I've enjoyed this one quite a bit. Despite my fuck up at the start of the stream, not knowing that I didn't have the fucking audio on like a prat. I'll make sure that's not the case next time.
They fight like fanatics. Aren't they afraid to die?
It looks like they're burly dwarves at this point.
Don't say that.
I think they are. I think they're dead. I think they're reanimated. Shame I've missed most of the stream today, sorry. No worries, man, it's all good. A couple fighting outside, I would also stop and watch. no hard feelings. It's all good. After we've done this bit of DLC, though, it's a choice between doing Jaws of Hakan, which is fun. That's the other DLC, or what I think we will do is start doing more of the single player, like main story stuff again, finally, because I've kind of completed a lot of shit. You were singing and probably making up the words to the anime songs? Oh yeah, completely. I know the general fucking theme of the South Park stuff, but that's it. Hey, hey, let's go kick ass, Taremi Monoro, protect my buzz. So can you go Nori, so let's fighting love. Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about Lemmywinks? When I was singing the Lemmywinks song from South Park. Wait. Wait. Lemmywinks was Frank Sinatra? Am I getting confused? Oh my god. And now, much more than this, I will find my way out of this game and ass. That would be amazing. A great adventure is waiting for you ahead. Push on with Lemmywinks or you'll soon be dead. The road ahead is full of danger and strife. Push on with Lemmywinks with all of your might. Lemmywinks! 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 Jubble King! That's one of my favorite parts of South Park. So good. Oh yeah, the big boss is right ahead. We're so close now. Oh, next stream is gonna be a fun one. Funny spot are laughing at people who lived in ancient Egypt or Roman Empire. But the fact is that they had a culture and were even more advanced than... Oh yeah, like, half of the shit that we have now is down to the Romans. The Romans were fucking eons but ahead of their time. Not just technologically, but socially as well. They had systems that we might consider barbaric today, were way ahead of their time, and had way more equality than anything that really came before. The Romans were incredible. And as I say, like, half of the shit we have now is down to them. And the Egyptians figured shit out. Like, half of their fucking structures are still around. It's insane. Right. We're going to be saving it here. We will be back next Wednesday, 7 o'clock London time. I think we're in... Is it BST now? Base Standard Time? Let me have a look. We are in BST. British Summertime. Because the clocks went back not that long ago, so we're not in GMT anymore. We're in BST, British Summertime. I'll be back next week, 7 o'clock, BST. Thank you very much for this week, guys. It's been a really enjoyable one. I've had a lot of fun with this one. I've said that a few times now, but it's true. I'm honest with it. And next week, bye.